wages and benefits. And as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
From Inlow Field, good evening and welcome to week one of high school football. Alongside Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redmond. The Jasper Wildcats in town taking on the Memorial Tigers. Kickoff coming up here at 6:30. Tigers football tonight is brought to you by Memorial High School. Tigers football is brought to you by Memorial High School and their Athletic Booster Club. It's also brought to you by Melk, Mechanical, Electric, Plumbing, Ivy Tech, Community College, Pet Food Center. Tigers football is also brought to you by Carreso Landscape, Rockabar Pizza, Lansing Building Specialties, Zemer Funeral Home. Memorial football is also brought to you by People's Furniture Mattress Outlet. Also by Hyundai of Evansville and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. Again, welcome to Inlow Field for week one of high school football with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond. These two teams met twice last year in the postseason as well. Tigers eliminated Jasper in the semifinal here last October, 21-18, missing a field goal as time expires. Jasper leads the all-time series 27-21, but Mike, they have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth, facing Memorial here, the team that knocked them out last year.
Certainly for Coach Tony Lewis and John Hurley. Hurley's ball club went on to win the 4A sectional, Southwest Indiana, as the Jasper Wildcats, along with Memorial, both finished 3 games behind Evansville Wrights in the SIAC. Wrights was 9-0. Jasper and Memorial, along with Mater Dei, were 6-3.
Let's take a look at our head coaches for tonight. Very experienced. They know each other quite well. John Hurley in the 16th season at Memorial. For Jasper, head coach Tony Lewis enters his 5th season, 22nd year overall as a head coach.
Yeah, Coach Hurley, all his 16 years at Memorial, 128 wins, 66 losses for the Tigers. Again, he is one of 4 head coaches for Memorial in the history of the program to have 100 wins. As you talked about Tony Lewis, 159 wins. He actually probably one of the maybe #1 coach in the state. He's been a head coach at 4 different states in Ohio, Florida, and Kentucky, along with Indiana, as he comes in his 5th season, 28-12.
Again, these two teams know each other very well. It's one of the better matchups in the state here in week one. Jasper last year went 6-4. Memorial went 9-4. Mike, how about just a general game plan on each side, what to expect from these two teams?
Well, Jasper's offensively, Coach Lewis calls it the flex bone offense. It's basically a triple option type of offense where the quarterback will read the defense, or sometimes they'll just predetermine what they're going to do. Quarterback will be under center. They'll be the fullback. Then they'll have the 2 slot backs. They'll line up a yard back of the offensive lineman. They'll snap the ball. The quarterback can give it to the dive back, or he can keep it and run it, or he can pitch it to one of the slot backs who's going in motion. They'll pass when they want to. They have not thrown a lot of passing yards last year. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. Defensively, good tough defense for Jasper against the Memorial offense. They call it a 3-3 stack defense. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, very active. You basically have 6 guys between the tackles, so they try to minimize that inside run game. And with those 5 defensive backs, they can cover the wide spread offense that the Tigers run.
Let's take a look at some important pieces to tonight's game as we spotlight a few players on each side. First, for the Jasper Wildcats, one of their guys is at the wide receiver slot, a 6'2" senior, Tyler Atkins.
Well, Tyler Atkins, a great 3-year starter. Not only is he a 3-year starter for the Jasper Wildcats in football, he is also on baseball. He's a captain. He's a leader on and off the field, according to Coach Lewis, and a high achiever and a smart player. So he's one of the top players, one of the top linemen, not only for Jasper, but in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference, is Griffin Heil. He's over at Indiana State to play there. 2002 SIC All-Conference and a leader and anchor of that offensive line.
And for the Tigers, who again went 9-4 last year, winning a sectional championship, it was Coach Hurley's 9th sectional title since his time here with the Tigers. We highlight Porter Road, a senior running back, and also
Porter Road, the leading rusher in the SIAC, coming back, a 2-year starter, a captain, and all he did was rush 181 times for 1,123 yards, 6.2 average, 13 touchdowns. As a special teams player, he'll be the backup punter, and he'll be returning kicks. Also, kind of looking at another key player for the Memorial Tigers will be Aiden Waller. He is a 6'3", 260-pound senior, another captain, another 2-year starter, starting at right tackle, and he'll anchor that offensive line, one of 3 offensive linemen returning. He's a team leader off and on the field and also in the classroom.
Let's take our first time out here at Enloe Field, getting set for week 1 of the high school football season. Tigers and Wildcats kick off at 6:30. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Rock-A-Bar starting lineups here on IndianaSRN. Glad you're with us here on IndianaSRN, getting set for week 1 of the season. Jasper taking on Memorial alongside Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond. And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First, we'll start with the Wildcats, a team that went 6-4 a season ago. And Wildcat teams are very consistent year in, year out. They run the football very well. They're physical up front. Mike, a preview of their starting lineup.
Well, offensively, looking at the starting lineup for Jasper, 4 of the 5 offensive linemen, Rue, Kelly, Nordoff, and Heil, they are 2-year starters. A good person to watch out for, number 1 for the Jasper Wildcats, Tyler Atkins, one of 3 two-way starters. He is actually their leading receiver coming back. Of course, the quarterback, Butel, he's only a sophomore. He actually played in 7 games. Doesn't throw the ball much, was 17 of 31 for 222 yards. And we've got Holdsworth to be starting fullback. He was the leading rusher for Jasper. Defensively, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Not a lot of experience up front and in the linebacking core, but they're 3 deep secondary and 5 out front with Atkins along with Ernie and Leinenbach give them some good depth.
We'll step aside for tonight's national anthem to come back and take a look at the Tigers' Rock-A-Bar starting lineup on IndianaSRN.
Hey folks, good to be with you for tonight's game. My name is Andy Simpson, and I'm a licensed IHSAA football official, and welcome to Friday Night Football, powered by IndianaSRN. On behalf of the 340 football officials, the IHSAA, the crew here at IndianaSRN, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and more important, don't forget to subscribe to the IndianaSRN YouTube page. As you're watching tonight's contest, I'm going to show you a few of our signals that will help you better understand the information we are trying to convey. Touchdown, safety, first down, holding or illegal use of hands, encroachment, or offsides commonly known, false start or illegal formation on the offense, or a free kick, scrimmage violation, face mask, intentional grounding, roughing the passer, clipping, illegal shift, illegal motion, illegal block, pass interference by the offense or the defense, delay of game, and the one signal we dislike and you as fans don't like seeing, unsporting. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight and following us on IndianaSRN. You can also tune in to the Football Weekly Show and Coach's Show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on IndianaSRN.org. Finally, if you've ever thought about becoming an IHSAA official, www.ihsaa.org and click on the Officials tab or call the IHSAA office at 317-846-6601. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Inching closer to a kickoff here at Enlow Field on IndianaSRN, less than 5 minutes away from the start of the 2023 regular season. Our Rock-A-Bar starting lineups. We already touched on the Jasper Wildcats. Now for the home team, the Tigers, who went 9-4 last year, winning a sectional title. And Mike, let's take a look at their starting lineups.
A lot of experience in the backfield, as we talk about Matthew Fisher. He's thrown for over 1,800 yards. Porter Road rushed for over 1,100 yards. As also their receiver, Luke Elsperman. He's their leading receiver, coming back with over 400 yards and 3 touchdown catches. In the offensive line, you've got 3 returning players, Marvion Vaughn, along with Aiden Waller, along with Parker Mattingly. Defensively, a lot of graduation losses there, but the top tacklers for the Tigers, and a good one is for Memorial, Alex Brochures. He led the Tigers with 107 tackles, 74 solos. We got, along with Grease and Nichols, Sam and Tanner, they need to kind of step up from their experience. A lot of defensive linemen and secondary new for the Tigers as well, as they'll be tested by that Jasper offense.
Our starting lineups brought to you by Rock-A-Bar. Join us at our new location at the corner of Green River Road at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Jasper has made their way onto the field as the visitors tonight. Crowd still growing here at Enlow Field. And it's a fairly comfortable night, a little bit warm, but as the sun goes down, should be a pleasant evening for football, especially in the middle of August. All right, we'll take our last time out, come back, and Mike, you will have the keys to the game for each side. It's Jasper and Memorial kickoff here in just a few minutes on IndianaSRN.
I'm Darby here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Tigers getting set to take the field in front of their home crowd here at Enlow Field. Quite a bit of blue across the way. There were plenty of tailgaters piled outside on our way inside the stadium a couple hours before kickoff, and this is always a big event starting the regular season here in the Evansville tri-state area, and 2 very good teams going at it here tonight, the Tigers and the Wildcats. So let's take a look at the keys to the game, Mike, as we look at each side, Jasper and Memorial. What do you think both sides will be focused on tonight?
Well, they always have to have the opportunity to plan for many months, because since 1997, both of these teams matched up in their opening rounds. We talked about Jasper's offense. They're a ball control offense. They like to have their offense help their defense by getting more time of possession, keeping the opponent off the field. So defensively, for Jasper, they're going to try to have to spread the passing game and the running game for the Memorial Tigers. Maybe Memorial trying to go along the perimeter because of the strength of the Jasper defensive inside. Memorial's defense, again, they've got to step up. They might, with the 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, you might see Jake Lively, one of the safeties, come up, Jevin, and actually have 8 men in the box to really try to control that offense of Jasper. It's a good matchup. Both coaches do a great job, and coming into this game, it's going to be a good one to start the SIAC for both of these ball clubs.
Captains for each side make their way out to the midfield mark, as our head referee tonight is Dave Schneider and his crew. Dave Schneider, Evan Schneider, along with Brian Schneider, Jeff Crowley, and Craig Parker are 5 officials in stripes tonight. Well, as I talked about some in the pregame show, these two teams met twice last year. Regular season opener up at Jasper, the Wildcats won 34-10. Jasper led at halftime 14-3. Tigers did not score an offensive touchdown in that game, as their one touchdown was an 84-yard kickoff return to start the second half. Jasper won that contest 34-10. Then they met in the postseason here to go to the sectional championship game. Tigers hung on 21-18. Jasper also led at halftime in that game 10-7, and there were no points scored in the fourth quarter. Porter Road had a big 91-yard touchdown rush early in the third quarter, put the Tigers up 21-10, and they hung on for the victory. So the biggest difference between that week 1 game last year and the sectional game, Mike, was the Tigers were a bit more healthy, and they had their quarterback Fisher and also Road in there during the postseason. And both
starting running backs for both clubs each scored 2 touchdowns in games. The first game, Carter Holdsworth had a couple of touchdown runs, and Road had that big 91-yarder in the third quarter to give them the big 10-point lead. But he also had a run early in the first half as well. As again, both of these ball clubs getting ready to kick it off, and it's looking for a great ball game here at Enlow Field. And for mid-August, Jevin, we couldn't ask for better weather.
It is 78 degrees right now in Evansville, and we'll be in the 60s by night's end. I want to thank Wrights Memorial High School, providing an environment where God inspires, we educate, and students thrive since 1925. Check our website out at wrightsmemorial.org for more information. So Jasper won the toss. They defer to the second half. Therefore, we will see the Tigers offense on the field first. Jasper will kick right to left. You see the sun setting behind the home stands here at Enlow Field.
As deep for the Memorial Tigers, they'll have Luke Elsperman, Porter Road, and the third man back there for the Tigers, number 10, and that is Quinn McCool. Kicking off for Jasper will be Spears.
So Chase Spears gets the cue to put his right foot into it, and the 2023 regular season is underway. End over end kick, and we have whistles on the very first kickoff of the season here from the near sideline. It looks like Jasper lined up offside. So we'll try it again to start the year.
Not the way Coach Tony Lewis wanted to start it. That's a free 5 yards for the Tigers.
You know, Jasper, historically, they are a very disciplined team and program. Tony Lewis last year in his Wildcats went 6-4. He is entering his 5th season at the helm of the Wildcats, overall record of 28-12. He's had several stops before Jasper, his 22nd year as a head coach. So the kickoff from Spears comes from the 35-yard line. Now we're underway. Another end-over-end kick. This one is a good boot deep to the 5-yard line, and it skips into the end zone. As Luke Elfman was there, he watched it go for a touchback. And now we'll see the Tigers offense, who a season ago averaged almost 27 points per game. And they are led by junior quarterback Matthew Fisher, who did not play the first 2 games of the season. The Tigers did not have an offensive touchdown the first 2 weeks last year. Fisher came on along with Porter Road, and they got cruising after that.
Yeah, Road did the heavy lifting, and he played a lot of that season not at 100% strength. So it'll all be interesting to see. We'll see what that defensive line and the offense of Jasper and the offensive line for Memorial. They go bunch 3 receivers right.
Yeah, some new guys up front for the Tigers this year. We'll see how they hold up against a physical Jasper defense. Fisher gives it to Road on the first carry, and he's bottled up the line of scrimmage for a minimal gain. Porter Road a season ago, he averaged 6 yards per carry and just over 100 yards per game.
Leinenbach, Mitchell Leinenbach on the tackle. Give him a short yard. As the Memorial offense starting on their own 20. We'll mark it at the 21. They'll go back a 2-back set, and the receivers to each side.
Fisher awaits a snap. They'll hand off, running far side. This is McGuire trying to turn the corner, and McGuire is gobbled up shy of the 25-yard line. Another short gain, so it'll set up a 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Jalen Van Slyke, the first hit, as they tried to take advantage of the outside, give him a couple. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
That's something you talked about with me before the game, that you might see McGuire quite a bit try to get outside the tackles.
One of the quicker players for Memorial Tigers, trips receivers out to the right.
Fisher last year completed 69% of his passes, threw for almost 2,000 yards on 3rd and 7. 3-step drop, he hums it near side. It is caught for a 1st down, just past the 35-yard line. It's Luke Dockery, the sophomore. He has his first catch as a Tiger.
Luke Dockery, a transfer, and Daddy helped him out on that one because Chad Dockery is the new athletic director. He'll be our halftime guest. So that goes from the 23 to the 37, a 14-yard pickup.
It is a young wide receiver core for the Tigers. Their main returning wide receiver is Luke Elsterman, a 5'11 junior who had 40 catches last year. Outside of that, it is thin. So fresh set of downs just past the 35-yard line, opening drive. Here is McGuire galloping far side. Now he cuts it inside of the 40, then he's sandwiched after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Coming up from the secondary, a good job defensively was Jack Lamine. And so a pickup, they'll give them about 3. Second time they've run that play, trying to get McGuire to the outside.
McGuire, a 5'10 senior, 175 pounds.
He was a designated runner for Rip Collins and the baseball team that made it to the regionals this last spring.
3 wide receivers set here on 2nd down. Man in motion, that is Elsterman. He has it, running at the 40-yard line, and then he is undercut by Tyler Atkins. Got back the line of scrimmage, did Elsterman, the junior. Another 3rd down for the Tigers.
Now they run that as a pass because Fisher tosses it forward to Elsterman. No gain on the play as Tyler Atkins, one of the top players on this Jasper Wildcat Ball Club, shed the blocker and made the tackle. Your Coach Lewis, you like that one.
Tigers just completed a 3rd and long on the strike from Fisher to Dockery. Trips to the far side. Dockery single wide receiver near side. Here comes some pressure. Fisher moves to his right, looking down the field, plants, throws, has a man open, caught. 1st down in Jasper territory, past the 40-yard line, and that is Simon Schultz, the junior, who had 4 catches a season ago, and the Tigers are in Jasper territory.
Nice job by Fisher coming in, faking the pass, and letting the receiver from the backside, the left going to the right, as Fisher was rolling right. Simon kept on coming the entire length of the field. We'll take a look at this as Simon, watch him, comes all the way across the field from the left side to the right side. They go from the Tigers' 40-yard line down to Jasper's 38. A big pickup of 22 yards and a 1st down.
Road and McGuire in the backfield with Fisher. They give it to McGuire. He runs toward the right side, and not much running room there as he's twisted to the turf after a gain of a yard. It's a 3rd carry now for McGuire in this opening drive.
Porter Road, he's been a decoy so far. You might see the next step up is fake it to McGuire and either a play action pass or maybe give it to Road. Give him a couple yards.
So it's 2nd and 8 now, approaching the Jasper 35-yard line.
And this drive started on the Memorial 20. Try to take a page out of the Jasper offense. Take time off the clock as we are already down to 8 minutes to go here in this 1st quarter on the opening drive. 4 minutes so far for the Tigers.
Fisher on 2nd down. Quick pass goes to Elsterman. Caught 35-yard line 30. Good stiff arm, far sideline 20. He has space to the 15 inside the red zone on the quick hitter. Elsterman used his legs, and the Tigers are in business here in the opening drive as they're inside the Peace of Mind red zone.
Just a quick pass out there to Elsterman out on the flat. 2-step, 3-step drop. Give it to Elsterman. He said sheds a tackler and gets down further. Gets rolled out of bounds and a fresh set of downs.
They're inside the Peace of Mind red zone. Peace of Mind is an outpatient private practice helping individuals of all ages, couples and families on their mental health journey. Check us out online to make an appointment at our new Evansville East Side location. So it's at the Jasper 12. Tigers trying to get set here. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They do get set. They send Dockery in motion. Dockery has it, eludes one man, and then he is wrestled out of bounds on that far sideline.
did a job to try to shed some tacklers, but again, that's pass again as they tossed it forward. As Memorial, 3 first downs, all via the pass. So Matthew Fisher doing a good job engineering this offensive drive.
Well, last year in that sectional game, Fisher didn't really do a whole lot in terms of passing through the air. He was 10 of 13 for just 67 yards, but a couple long rushes helped the Tigers for that victory. 2nd and 9 from the Jasper 11. Rode back there with Fisher. Tigers trying to score on their opening drive, and this is Rode right up the gut, and he runs into a brick wall, refusing to go down. Porter Rode, the 5'9" senior, 200 pounds, built very well. Tough man to bring down.
Looked like a rugby scrum out there. As take your pick on how many guys wearing white shirts came up with the tackle on that one.
Porter Rode on the carry. He's brought down by number 88, Hunter Eckert.
They give Hunter Eckert credit for the tackle. And about a half a yard, so it sets up a 3rd down and 8 for Memorial. They have chewed up about 5 minutes off this clock here in the opening drive. Fisher's been perfect so far on 3rd downs in this drive. I formation. They have Donovan Baker line up as a fullback. Fisher to throw. He flings it back. Pylon, man open, but he let him too far. It was Elsterman who they're trying to collaborate with, and Fisher just overthrew him a bit. He was wide open. Instead, it's 4th down.
Matthew will look at the video and say, that's one maybe I should have hit. They'll bring in the sophomore, Pate Barrett. Barrett was 38 of 42 extra points. Also 5 of 7 from field goals. His longest was 34 last year.
This one will come from about 29 yards, middle of the field. Again, Barrett, a sophomore, left-footed kicker. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it flutters through the uprights, and the Tigers do get points out of the opening drive with 6:53 to go in the first quarter on the Acute on Landscape scoreboard. 3-0 Tigers on IndianaSRN.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Memorial.
Hey, thanks for being here. You're in great hands.
Tigers go 11 plays, 68 yards, 5 minutes and 7 seconds, and a 29-yard field goal from Pate Barrett makes it 3-0 Memorial. And that scoring drive is brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. Still have yet to see the Jasper offense on the field, as now Barrett will kick it away after he made that 29-yard field goal. This one a shorter kick, middle of the field return from about the 12-yard line.
Ross Dawkins.
And Dawkins makes it out to about the 30-yard line. And again, our scoring drive was brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. They're located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with the Coslets, Father Pat, and sons Chase and Kelsey. All right, this Wildcats offense last year, they averaged 26 points a game. New quarterback this year for them, the sophomore, Max Butel, 5'8", 135, but we know they will have a lot of ground and pound tonight.
Well, he actually played 7 games as a freshman when Greg Young was injured, so he's got some experience for only a sophomore. Carter Holdsworth in the backfield. Got the wings on either side of the tackles. Maybe put one of them in motion.
Simple handoff up the middle, and this is Landon Fleck, the senior, carries a couple of tacklers past the 30 to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on his first carry.
Okay, so Fleck in there instead of Holdsworth at the fullback spot. Alex Brocheres, middle linebacker. He switched in to middle linebacker from the outside this year.
And Brocheres, the only man returning on the Tigers defense, over 100 tackles from a season ago. He's now a junior. 2nd and 6 for Jasper. They go right back to Fleck up the middle, approaching that first down marker. Appears to be a yard shy.
Brochure's in on the tackle. He, as a sophomore, made the Junior Indiana Football Coaches Association All-State team. So same play, same result. Got some yardage. Bring up a third down play. The Tiger defense looking to make a 3-and-out and force a punt by Jasper.
Now, Fleck last year had 58 carries for Jasper. Rushed for almost 300 yards. Had 4 touchdowns. See that ball right in that ray of sunlight. A yard shy of the first down for, more like 2 yards shy for Jasper. Halfway through this first quarter, Tigers, if you're just joining us, went 11 plays in their opening drive and got a field goal from 29 yards out. And the Tigers defense force a 3-and-out. A little bit of a miscue on the handoff, and they do. Holsworth was a man that got it, but there was not a smooth handoff exchange between Butel and Holsworth, and the Tigers defense suffocates him and forces a 3-and-out.
Yeah, loss on the play of 1 as Brochure's, again, the first hit. Donovan Baker cleaned it up, and that'll create a 3-and-out and force a Jasper punt.
Cole Trevino will punt for Jasper. He is a senior. And it is Luke Elshman back around his own 30 to return for the Tigers. So a good start for Memorial, getting 3 on their opening drive, and then they force a 3-and-out. Trevino with a short kick, wobbling toward the Tigers' sideline, takes a high bounce. Elshman gobbles it at the 30, races far sideline and tiptoes out of bounds. About an 8 or 9 yard return for Luke Elshman, and the Tigers will have fairly good field position on their second drive.
35-yard punt as Elshman returns it from the Tigers' 30, as they'll come out and mark it at the 39-yard line.
Hey, thanks to the Wrights Memorial Athletic Booster Club for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Join the tradition of supporting Memorial Athletics with the revamped and revitalized Booster Club. Join us September 16th for our annual Steak Night event. Like us on Facebook for more information. Now, Fisher was excellent on that opening drive. Only missed on 1 throw, and here he zips one to Elshman, caught 45-yard line, and then he gets a few more yards after the catch. Got the ball out quickly, gain of 7 yards. Fisher to Elshman.
The outside defenders, safeties, playing off the receivers. It's just like a long handoff over to Elshman. They'll pick up a quick 3, or pick a quick 7.
Luke last year as a sophomore had 40 catches, over 500 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Of course, played with his brother Caleb Elshman, who graduated last year. Second down, trips wide receivers to the near side. Rode the running back, then motion Elshman, and Fisher fakes it. He'll run up the middle, stays on his feet. That was a very slow developing play.
We have a penalty.
We do have a flag that flies our umpire. In the middle of the field also went down. And the flag is against the Tigers.
Decision time for Coach Lewis. It's really not much of a gain, if any. And if it's a hold, they'll probably maybe take them back.
We didn't see Fisher run all that much last year.
Counting sacks, he was minus 36 yards rushing.
And his longest rush was 12 yards. Holding against the Tigers will back him up. Outside of the opening kickoff, our first flag of the night.
Well, they'll mark it from the 47 back to the 37. Set up our first more than 10 yards to move the sticks. I guess the favorite line I've heard was the line to gain. I heard that phrase used last year. I wanted to use it this year, and I might not ever use it again.
So it's 2nd and 13. Fisher looking to go to the air here. He launches one deep far sideline, 1-on-1 coverage, and it was thrown to the back shoulder of Elshman. He couldn't twist his body around. Pretty good coverage there for the Jasper secondary as Tyler Atkins was challenged, and it's 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, David Roos, number 3, to Luke Elshman, number 3 out there. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and long. So a penalty could stymie this Tigers' second offensive drive after they kicked a 29-yard field goal by Pate Barrett on their first possession to take the lead here in this contest.
So far, for the most part, it's been Elsherman who has been targeted. Dockery has a catch, so does Simon Schultz. 4 wide here on 3rd and long. Jasper rushes 4. Fisher dancing, surveying, pump fakes. Now he throws it deep down the field. It's a jump ball, and it's incomplete. That was Luke Dockery, the sophomore, who was trying to find open space. He was surrounded by 2 white jerseys.
Not a bad decision by Fisher. Even that ball gets intercepted. It's like a long punt.
And now the Tigers will have to punt.
That brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
For a second there, Dockery did get behind the Jasper secondary. Ball hung up there and allowed them to recover. So now Memorial will punt it away. And Matthew Fisher will do the punting. Last year had just 3 punts. Mostly it was Porter Road who did the kicking, and now it is Fisher here. Clean punt, middle of the field, around the 30-yard line. No fair catch. They want to return, and he'll go nowhere on the return. I believe that was Atkins who was back there returning that kick, indeed. And so Jasper's offense on the field for the second time tonight.
33-yard punt, 2-yard return. So Jasper, who set up shop to start their first drive on their own 29, will start this time on their own 32.
Hey, Carresso Landscaping is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They've been serving Evansville and Newburgh for over 20 years. For all of your landscaping installation and maintenance, if you are not satisfied with your lawn or landscaping, contact Carresso at 812-853-7606 or carresso.com. This drive starts from about the Jasper 30. They went 3 and out on their opening drive. All running plays. Littell calmly at the line of scrimmage, goes under center. He keeps it himself, and as he takes off running, we have whistles. I thought someone from the Jasper side moved early. That's false start against Jasper. Whistle came a bit later than I thought, but looked like someone got a head start.
Second penalty for 5 yards. Excuse me, 10 yards. Each team with 10 yards in penalties.
You expect more of that early in the season than maybe later on, especially with these two programs. So now it's 1st and 15. We saw both Fleck and Holsworth on the ground that opening drive. Give his ride up the middle, and it's stumbling forward to the 35-yard line before being slammed. That's a healthy gain on a 1st down and 15 from Landon Fleck.
Tanner Grease on the stop. Again, Tanner Grease coming in. He had 22 tackles last year in the backup role. So keeping that basic play with that fullback. Then the Butels tried to keep it once, and then we might see motion. We might see a pitch this time.
2nd and 7. Right back up the middle. They lost the football. It's on the turf, and the Tigers come up with it. Our first turnover of 2023. The Tigers defense forces a turnover. That was Jeremiah McGuire, the senior, who fell on it. He had 1 fumble recovery a season ago, and he has his first one here tonight. Ball just squirted right out of there. I'm not sure anybody really forced it.
Yeah, right place, right time for the senior. So first turnover of the ball game. Gives the ball to the Tigers in the Wildcat territory.
Important here for the Tigers to cash in. Late first quarter, leading 3-0. They start in Jasper territory for the first time tonight at the 44-yard line. Fisher goes under center. The give is to Rowe. He runs off left tackle, and he's piled up after 2 or 3 yard gain. Rowe had a big game against Jasper in that sectional game here at Inlow Field. 12 rushes, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a 28-yard touchdown run, a 91-yard scamper. So far, he has been bottled up in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 9. Same formation again. They go back to Road. Stutter stepping, and again, tough sledding for Porter Road. He was greeted pretty quickly by Jalen Van Slyke, the senior for Jasper. Gain another yard, so it's 3rd and 8.
Tough rushing between the tackles. Combination of some good size up front defensively and a 3-down lineman for Jasper, and getting that offensive line to gel together.
Again, some new faces on that line for the Tigers, being tested by a strong physical Jasper defense, who allowed below 20 points a game a season ago. Empty backfield here for Fisher on 3rd down. 3-step drop, quick fire across the middle, caught Elsperman near the 30, and he picks up the 1st down, slicing through a couple of tacklers to the 26-yard line. And that is a healthy gain, 1st down Tigers.
Goes from the Jasper 42-yard line, and they'll mark it inside the 30 at the 26. As here's your replay. Nice delivery by Fisher. Good open by Elsperman, makes a man miss. Nice block downfield by Porter Road, allowing him to pick up extra yardage. Another 1st down, 4th 1st down, all via the pass for the Tigers here in this 1st quarter.
Trip to the near side, Fisher to throw out in the flat. Road catches, and Road is tangled up at the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5.
And I think that's actually going to be a run, because I think Road was back there catching the ball on a backwards pass. We're going to call that one a rush for Porter Road. We'll have to check that the tape later on and find that out. But in any case, for the Tigers, either way, it's a loss of 5.
Well, Road this year felt like he was much healthier than a season ago, hoping to be used in more ways than one than just rushing the ball. There he tried to get an open space, but the Jasper defense did a nice job of containing him. It's 2nd and 15 on play action. Fisher goes across the middle. It's Elsperman again at the 20. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Elsperman is ripped to the turf around the 17-yard line. Pretty close to a 1st down, as that will be the final play of this 1st quarter, a quarter in which the Tigers controlled from the opening kickoff. Jasper had a 3-and-out. They also coughed the ball up with a fumble, and Memorial will have a 3rd and 1 from the Jasper 17 when we come back. 3-0 Tigers on the Acute Landscape scoreboard after 1 quarter from Inlow Field.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Rights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit rightsmemorial.org for more information.
3-0 Tigers after 1 quarter with Mike Scovara. I'm Jevin Redmond. If you need a new door, Lensing Building Specialties sells and installs a wide variety of exterior doors. Learn more at lensingbuildingspecialties.com. Mentioned heading into break, Tigers controlled that 1st quarter. Time of possession very lopsided.
If you're a betting man, you would have thought, oh, Jasper's going to have time of possession. No, it's Memorial. They've had the ball 10 exactly of the 12 minutes in that 1st quarter. Jasper had just 8 plays in that drive, while the Tigers have had 17 offensive plays.
2nd time Tigers are inside the red zone, which is brought to you by Peace of Mind. Tigers got 3 points the 1st time, missed on a back corner fade. Fisher overthrew Elsperman, and after forcing a turnover, very key here for the Tigers to step on Jasper while they can and go up 2 possessions.
Yes, their offense for Memorial has looked really well, and on the other side, the defense has done a nice job against the Jasper offense.
Different look here coming out of the quarter break. A wildcat look with Simon Schultz, low snap. Schultz takes off running. He's got the 1st down, lunging forward past the 15-yard line.
Atkins also along in there with Hunter Eckert, and if neither one of those guys gets a hold of him, he might have had 6.
So good job by Schultz with the low snap. Kept his composure and raced for the first down. Now Fisher back in there at the quarterback spot.
First rushing first down. Jasper yet to have a first down.
At the 14-yard line, I formation. On play action, Fisher rolling to his right. He throws toward the end zone. It's caught at the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Tigers! It's the sophomore, Luke Dockery.
Nice job by Fisher faking the run, rolling right. Dockery coming from the left to the right.
It's actually Simon Schultz. I
Simon
saw the
Schultz?
9. It's actually
Oh,
19
okay.
instead of 9. So Simon Schultz, the junior, with a touchdown catch.
He breaks the tackle at the goal line and gets 6.
There's my one mistake for the year.
That's one more mistake than you had all last year, isn't it?
So a 7-play drive turns into 6 for the Tigers, and now Pate Barrett tries to complete the PATs. 38 of 42 a season ago. Very good freshman season. Simon Schultz, who just caught that touchdown pass, will hold it. Oh, low snap. And now Schultz has to scramble out of there. He just throws it toward the end zone and it's batted away. So the Tigers cannot complete the PAT. Bad snap. 9-0 Tigers early second quarter here at Inlow Field.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft. I believe in building a community. And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
Tigers with a touchdown, 7 plays, 56 yards, 3 minutes and 1 second. Simon Schultz, a 14-yard grab from Matthew Fisher. The PAT was unsuccessful after a bad snap, and now Pate Barrett will kick it off. And the return will come from about the 5-yard line. Middle of the field, making one man miss, and it's shy of the 20-yard line on the return. Good coverage by the Tigers secondary, or the special teams, and on the return for Jasper was Ross Dawkins. Our scoring drive was brought to you by Simplicity Furniture for Memorial.
Alex Brochere is on the tackle. I think Alex has already got 5 tackles already. He'll play special teams. He's the long snapper. He's the linebacker. He might have been the extra bus driver here tonight, too.
We have some SIAC scores brought to you by Kipley's. North leads Castle 6-0 first quarter. Model Day in front of Central 7-0 first quarter. And Vincennes 14-0 over Bossy in the first quarter. Again, the scoreboard is brought to you by Kipley's. They're located in Evansville, in the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. And join us before or after the game for great food and fun. Jasper offense trying to get on track, and here's a rush up the middle, and that's their biggest gain of the night on the ground. The 29-yard line for a first down.
Carter Holdsworth finally were able to get a crease in that midline play. It goes from the 17 up to the 28. Jake Lively on the stop. You don't want your secondary making tackles. Gain of 11. First down of the game for Jasper comes in the first minute of the second quarter.
Inside give, short gain for Holdsworth. He gets just past the 30 to the 31-yard line, so pickup of 2.
Could have been a chess match there on the offense for Jasper. Seeing how Memorial's defense was playing, they might change up their blocking there a little bit. Holdsworth gets it out to the 31. Bring up a second down and about 7. Or 8.
Still yet to see Jasper throw the ball. Last year, Butel, as a freshman, was 17 of 31, just over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Butel gives it off. This is Ernie the junior, and a flag flies in late as Ernie was brought down just past the first down marker and shy of the 40.
A little change up there that time, as you see Ernie coming from the wing back. They fake it to the dive. They have the man in motion. Don't give it to him, but it's like what they call an inside reverse. The right slot back goes to the left, but it's a holding, and the hold was at the 39, so that'll march it back to the 29. I guess it was at the 40, so 39. So on the pickup, what was that, about 7 yards?
It's almost a do-over.
Yeah, almost a
initial
do-over.
line of scrimmage, yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Jasper instead of 2nd and 7.
Third penalty, first hold, 20 yards for Jasper.
Butel pitches it here near side. All kinds of running room. 40, 45-yard line, 50 into Tigers territory. They track him down. And Caden Ernie, who had his last one called back because of a hold, there's a big rush, and they are into Memorial territory for the first time tonight.
Put him in motion, or actually just a quick pitch out there. Yeah, the man in motion, fake the dive, give it to Ernie. Good kick out block on the defensive end, and Ernie picks up 21 yards and a first down, as coming deep on the tackle for the Tigers in the secondary was Tanner Greaves. First time in Memorial territory.
Butel right up the middle, the handoff. Holzhorst spins off a tackle and takes it to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9. And so the Jasper offense gaining traction for the first time tonight.
Whatever changes they've made offensively after those first 2 possessions, they're coming up big here. This drive started on the Jasper 17-yard line, Jevin.
9-0 Tigers, 3 minutes gone, second quarter. Everything on the ground so far for Jasper. Again on the ground. Big carry past the 30. Head of steam. Approaching the 25-yard line. Need just a yard on that play, and they get much more than that 1 yard. First carry of the night for Elliott Smith. Well, he's a big guy.
Yeah, Smith, 6'2", 238. I think that comes into the big guy category.
Yeah, it does. First time we've called his name tonight. And so now Jasper threatening.
Elliott had 20 carries for 109 yards last year and picks up another first down.
And they go right back to him. Why not Elliott Smith? This time the Tigers sniff it out. And it's no gain on that carry. So
nice job. Initial hit there for the Tigers was Ben Ziemer. Crashing down defensive end. Ziemer, the senior, comes up with the big stop.
Ziemer had just 8 tackles a season ago. One of those new guys up front for the Tigers defense, who so far they've held up okay in this first half. Trying to shut down this drive for Jasper. 4 minutes gone, second quarter. 9-0 Memorial.
When do they throw it?
Might be here. Rolling out is Butel. Looking down the field, running out of space. Now just a short toss, and it's caught just shy of the 25-yard line. An aggressive hit by Alex Broshear, the junior linebacker. Gain of a couple on that pitch and catch.
2 top athletes. Broshear's, as you said, 107 tackles coming in. Nice roll and a good catch, and a better hit by Broshear brings up a third down and long, as we've got a timeout by Memorial.
We'll take it with them. Tigers in front, 9-0.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Tigers call the first timeout of the night. Quick breather for both sides. 9-0 Memorial. With Mike Scavar, I'm Javin Revan. Glad you're with us here on IndianaSRN.
All season long here, Memorial football, along with the other Indiana Athletic Conference schools. We're glad to bring it to you here on IndianaSRN.
I'm just surprised you asked me back again this year.
Well, you know what? They took a vote, and it was 3-2. You won.
Well, it's 3rd down and 9 here. Again, Mike, it could be 4-down territory for Jasper. So to approach it, maybe stay on the ground and try to get 9 yards on 2 different carries. We saw them go to the air for the first time last play.
And defensively, they played it well. Good timeout by Ben Johnson, defensive coordinator. Want to just remind everybody on what Jasper's and this area of the field likes to run.
This will be the 9th play of the drive for Jasper, by far their longest of the night. Utel under center. Takes the handoff, now pitches it back. This is Ernie, who had a big carry moments ago. Ernie stretches it outside the numbers, past the 20 inside the red zone. Shy the first down, though, and it'll bring up 4th down.
J.J. Lowry, who's in there for Desmond Johnson, comes up with the stop, along with Brochures, and we've got a Jasper player down near the goal line. It's like a leg cramp.
Those are very common, especially early in the season when it's a bit warmer. Looks like it's Griffin Heil, one of the guys that we highlighted in the pregame show, the right tackle, 6'5" senior, 275 pounds.
There's another pitch that time. The pitch has worked for Jasper, and you have to play your area, and if you don't, good things happen for Jasper and not for the Memorial defense. Is Jasper playing down?
So we'll step aside for the injured player. Jasper has a 4th and 3 when we come back.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rocka-Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rocka-Bar Pizza.
All right, big play here early in this game. Jasper has a 4th down and 2 from the Tigers' 19-yard line, trailing 9-0. Of course, Jasper will go for it here. Utel barking out instructions. He goes under center. Holsworth lined up behind him. They fake it to him. They pitch it to Ernie. Ernie gets the first down, sprinting out of bounds right around the 15-yard line. Again, needed 2 yards to get about 4, and keeps this drive alive, which is now 10 plays long.
Alex Brochures runs him out, and that pitch play beating the Tigers, especially to the Tigers' right defensive side, has paid dividends so far, as the injured player was Griffin Heil, the Indiana State Kurt Mallory signee, and in for him at right tackle is Jacob Leonard, the senior fresh set of downs for Jasper. 4 first downs for the Wildcats so far.
Looking to get on the board for the first time here tonight. This is Holsworth. Somebody lost a helmet. Holsworth drives the pile forward. They hit him right on the line of scrimmage, but Holsworth kept those legs moving, ends up getting 4 yards to the 10.
Ben Zemer is going to have to take a play off as he lost his helmet for Memorial. DeMarvion Vaughn also in there. As coming in will be a sophomore Brady Combs to play defensive end. Ball's at the 15-yard line. This drive started with 11:30 to go here in the second quarter from the Jasper 17. It's now at the Tigers 15 or 10.
Holsworth lines up behind Butel, the quarterback. Ernie goes in motion, and as the snap, a flag flies here from the near sideline. Some early movement by Jasper.
Question, do you want to take the 5 or take the down because Butel was tackled, or was it a penalty before the snap?
Before the snap,
okay. That is the 4th penalty for 25 yards. Procedure call. We'll mark it back. Now it's to the 15. I was just anticipating
You
that.
knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
right?
I got it. All right. I'm not that good, folks. But I'd like to be.
It's been a long Jasper drive for the entire second quarter here. They want to throw it. Quick pitch across the middle and incomplete. A flag flies in late.
Pass interference.
Throw is off target from Butel, and looks like that's going to go against the Tigers for pass interference.
That's that favorite play. He's their favorite receiver, that tight end. They run, they pitch inside. And pass interference against the Tigers, that'll be half the distance. So they'll mark it from the 15 to the 7.5. You'll have to mark it at the 7. So that's an 8-yard penalty and
2nd and 2, right?
2nd 2. You know they're going to go to the tight end on a play where you run. And that's what they did. And they picked up 8 on the penalty.
This is Ernie. He's been busy on this drive, and he tries to cap it off. Lunging for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Jasper. 8-yard rushing touchdown for Caden Ernie. He had just one a season ago. And he gets Jasper on the board here, middle of the second quarter.
That's like that outside play where they fake it. See, they faked it. Right, he didn't fake it to the dive at all. They just turned around and tossed it, and Ernie breaks a couple tackles and falls into the end zone for the first 6 for the Jasper Wildcats. As Tyler Atkins will be on the hold, as we'll have Chase Spears on the extra point.
Chase Spears, a senior kicker. Memorial with 9 points because of a botched PAT on their last touchdown. Low line drive kick, and that scorched to the right, no good. So it keeps the Tigers in front by 3 on this PAT. Halfway through the second quarter, Tigers in front 9-6 on IndianaSRN.
Support the local economy and save more when you shop at the Pet Food Center. We have over 6,000 pet-related items for dogs, cats, birds, fish, reptiles, turtles, rabbits, hamsters, gerbils, and more. Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. Includes full lines of the best pet food, bird seed, a full line of heated pet products, pet clothing, toys, and more. Walk in, curbside pickup, shop online, and free local delivery.
Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. Pet Food Center.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life. I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Jasper gets on the board, but a missed PAT, so it's still 9-6 Tigers. Middle of the second quarter. We'll get the scoring recap here after this kickoff from Chase Spears, who missed the PAT wide right. This one a center of the field kick. Return from around the 15-yard line. Elsherman, 25-30. 35-yard line, weaving through traffic. Elsherman, midfield. He lost the football, regained possession. He's still on his feet. 40. 35-yard line. Elsherman still dancing. And down he goes, just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, that was fun and exciting. And a bit nerve-wracking if you're a Tiger fan. He almost lost that ball. But Elsherman doing it all on that return. And the Tigers offense set up here.
All right, that's a 54-yard return. He catches it on the 15. Makes a couple. There's the bobble.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's right. And he still avoiding tacklers. And finally gang tackled at the Jasper 31. A great job by Luke Elsperman, the junior, on the kickoff return, flipping the field and getting it into Jasper territory.
We'll see if the Tigers offense can strike right back here. Now a one possession game, I formation. Running back is Porter Road. On play action, Fisher, in trouble, gets rid of it and throws it at the feet of Porter Road. Good decision by him just to get rid of it and just kind of threw it down into the turf. So an incomplete pass at 2nd and 10.
With a 3-down lineman, 3 linebackers, you just never know what linebacker. They're going to bring at least one linebacker. They brought 2 that time.
I don't know about you, but I'm glad that sun went down. I can actually see the field now.
Yeah, we're looking directly west here at Enlow Field. Historic Enlow Field, that's for sure, as the Memorial Tigers incomplete pass will get it 2nd and 10.
Fisher, the junior quarterback, has been sharp so far tonight. They pitch it to Road. He's got a lead blocker. Road tries to get that block, and now he darts forward to the 25-yard line. And Road gets to the 23, so it's a gain of 8, one of his better runs of the night.
Good second effort by the senior.
Real quick, Mike, I want to recap the last Jasper scoring drive. This is what you expect from the Wildcats. 13 plays, 83 yards, 5 minutes, and 24 seconds. It was Ernie with the 8-yard touchdown run.
Ernie had a touchdown run last year as well, as he came up with a touchdown run, the last touchdown run in the first game of the year last year for Jasper. He capped a 20-point run for Jasper, winning 34-10.
3rd and 2, low snap. Fisher gets rid of it. Elsherman on the catch. He's got the first down. Blazing speed inside the 15-yard line and down to the 13. Another good play by Fisher. The snap was around his shins.
That's been their favorite play, Jevin. It's about the 3rd time that they've called that play, maybe the 4th. It's just the quick read, throw it out to the flat. There's Elsperman, catches it, makes a defender miss, and gets it in the red zone.
They're inside the Peace of Mind red zone, looking for their 2nd touchdown of the night. And trying to go back up 2 scores. Jasper will get the football first to start the second half.
Simon Schultz on there. He's got a linebacker on him, so they might bring him from right to left here.
Fisher rolling to his right. He's under pressure, has to get rid of it. Does. Far sideline, trying to stay in bounds, and the pass falls to the turf. Incomplete. Good job by Fisher to extend that play, and tight roping that sideline was Luke Dockery. Couldn't handle it. It's 2nd down.
He gets pressured by 3 white shirts of Jasper. If he has time, he had a couple of receivers open away from defenders in the end zone. Good job that time by the Jasper defense, putting pressure.
Made the comment to you before the game, first time seeing Matthew Fisher in person, just how much bigger he's gotten and matured since last year.
And I guess baseball is his first sport because he is committed to be a pitcher at Indiana University, just a junior.
Fisher throws it far side, catch by Luke Dockery, the sophomore. He is just inside the 10-yard line. Going to set up 3rd down for the Tigers. Dockery's 2nd catch of the night.
Good job defensively there. Out there was both Atkins and Dawkins out there. Didn't see who made the catch or the tackle. 4 down territory?
I'd say so, yes.
We'll find out.
3rd and 6 right now. Also important to continue to chew up some of that clock as well, so Jasper doesn't have a whole lot to work with.
2 backs in the backfield.
Baker and Road.
Maybe passing, maximum protection.
Fisher in the pocket. He flings it near side, too tall for Luke Elsperman. Incomplete. 4th down.
Second time they've run the pass 3rd and long to Elsperman in the end zone. Both times overthrown.
Tigers appear to keep the offense on the field, and they will go for it here on 4th down.
They don't get it. Jasper will have to go to the length of the field with 3:18. So let's put a circle around this play, Jevin. This could be a key play in the first half and in the ballgame. 3 receivers out left, 2 right, empty backfield.
They can get a first down inside the 3-yard line on 4th down. Fisher with a hard count. They almost jumped here, and they did. They drew a flag. Outside man for Jasper jumped across.
And will that be enough for the first down? It's from the 8. They move it to the 4. They're down to the 3, actually. So what is that? Is that a first down?
If not, it's right at the first down marker. Looks like it is just short.
And that will make it 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Oh, they're going to say it's 1st and goal.
Okay, first down by penalty. What a big play there. They might have tried to get the count, draw them offside, and if not, call timeout and then maybe kick the field goal.
Sure.
But the first one worked.
So now it's 1st and goal for the Tigers. Another chance to go up 2 scores here. This is the Wildcat set.
Porter
Schultz at the quarterback spot. Direct snap. Schultz looking for a space, and he slides through that seam for a short gain. They ran that Wildcat play to start the second quarter. It's the second time we've seen that tonight. 2nd and goal.
Levine along with Smith on the stop. And give Schultz, what, 2? Is it down to the 1?
Too many lines down there. Yeah, about a yard shy. And that clock continues to move inside of 3 minutes here in the first half.
Fisher, 6'3", 205. Do you run a sneak? Not.
Oh, back to the Wildcat with Schultz. A row to his left hip.
Maybe they'll fake the run by Simon. And
this is Schultz following his blocker. Porter Road lowers his shoulders, and he is in. Touchdown, Tigers! Simon Schultz with a rushing touchdown. He had a receiving catch moments ago. Tigers back in front by 2 scores.
Same play. They got 2 yards the first time. They needed 1, and they got it again. As you're right, Simon Schultz has come up with a pass reception. Now a run. It puts the Tigers up 15-6.
They had a botched snap last time on the PAT, as Barrett was not even able to kick the PAT. Jasper's also missed a kick. So this put the Tigers in front by 10. Better snap this time. Kick on the way. And this one is good from Pate Barrett. So the big kickoff return by Luke Elsperman sets up the Tigers offense. And they get a rushing score from Simon Schultz. 16-6 Tigers on the acute Final Landscape scoreboard.
A school that can get you in the career that is right for you. Ivy Tech Community College has over 70 career-focused programs to get you into the job that you want. Ivy Tech offers programs in the latest technologies such as robotics and cybersecurity. Demand for nurses has never been higher. In fact, more nurses have graduated from Ivy Tech than any other college. Take the first step with an affordable education at Ivy Tech Community College. Go to ivytech.edu for more information and to apply now.
For 95 years, Zimmer Funeral Home has been committed to providing peace of mind at a difficult time. Our family has proudly served the Evansville community since 1927. As we enter into our 4th generation era, our professional and caring staff works hard creating meaningful ceremonies to meet the special needs of each family. We are proud to celebrate 95 years of business in the Tri-State. Zimmer Funeral Home is honored to help comfort families during their time of need. Thank you for trusting our family with your family.
Tigers back in front by 2 scores, 16-6, late second quarter with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond. Here comes a kickoff from Pate Barrett. And this is a short kick to about the 11-yard line. On the return, past the 25, and stacked up shy of the 30-yard line. Scoring recap for the Tigers, their last possession, as it was all set up by that kick return for Luke Elsperman. Got down to the 31-yard line. Tigers go 8 plays, 31 yards, 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Schultz the 1-yarder, and Barrett gets his first extra point. Good contact there on the coverage on the kickoff team. Quentin Merkel makes the first hit, and he gets about 4 teammates help him out. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Jasper on their own 29-yard line.
We check out the Kipley's out-of-town scoreboard. North leads Castle 13-0 second quarter. That is Memorial's next opponent next week is North. Model Day leads Central 7-0 second quarter. Vincennes Oliver Bossy 35-8. One score outside the SIAC. Heritage Hills leads Southwood 17-7 second quarter. Jasper have to work quickly here on this drive. This is Ernie. Ernie is sandwiched at the 32-yard line, trying to break it outside the numbers. Ernie had a rushing touchdown last drive. There he gets about 3 or 4 yards.
Looks like he had good running room, but good closing speed by both Alex Broshears and Jeremiah McGuire kept him to a 3-yard gain.
Jasper does have all 3 of their timeouts in their pocket to use. Memorial just trying not to give it the big play here. On 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. This is Butel. He spins out of one tackle, but not a second tackle. Ripped down. Maybe a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to move inside of 90 seconds.
Ben Zemer there stayed his ground at the defensive end. Comes up with a tackle for a yard loss.
Be sure to stick around for our Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt halftime show as Tucker Smith will have our interview with the guest. I believe it's Chad Dockery, the athletic director here at Memorial, the new AD for the Tigers. It's either that or Tucker's talking to himself for 15 minutes.
Well, I'm built like Chad. I could do an impression. No, I'm not built like Chad. Take that back. Chuck, can you erase that last set play? We got a timeout, Jasper.
So timeout, Jasper will take it with them as the Tigers lead by 10.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Jasper just burned their first time out of the half. 49 seconds to go. Tigers in front by 10. Jasper has a 3rd and 8 ball at their own 31-yard line. Zemer Funeral Homes has served the Tri-State for over 95 years. Zemer is honored to comfort families during a time of need, and they look forward to serving local families for generations to come. Thanks to Zemer Funeral Home, a sponsor of tonight's broadcast on IndianaSRN.
You go to the air.
Still got 2 timeouts. 49 seconds to go. Well, you really haven't seen Jasper throw the ball all that much tonight, especially down the field. Butel goes under center. And they pitch it to Ernie. He tries to turn the corner. Ernie is tracked down from behind. Good closing speed by the linebacker, Alex Broshears. And now Memorial will call a timeout. And Mike, you mentioned to me during a break, you said Alex Broshears is just flying everywhere on the field.
Yeah, he might be close to double digits in tackles already here in this first half. Got a timeout. Want to take another break?
Well, let's take.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Luke Elshman is back deep to return this punt from Trevino. It's the second 3-and-out the Tigers defense has forced tonight. They've also forced a fumble. High snap over the head of Trevino. Rolling back at the 10-yard line. Diving on it, the Tigers come up with it inside the 5-yard line.
Donovan Baker, good hustle play. As that ball snapped over Trevino from the 31, rolls all the way back to the 5. Second fumble recovery of the night for the Memorial Tigers. Here we go. Let's watch the snap. What happens to it? It way over his head. Touches it. Here comes Baker. Good speed. Splits the defenders and picks it up. And the Tigers get the ball inside the 5. We'll mark it at the 4.
What a turn of events there. 34 seconds. Tigers do have a timeout. Now, Memorial has had some success with the Wildcat look, and they will not go Wildcat here. High formation, it appears. Fisher goes under center. Fullback is Alex Broshears. Running back is Porter Road. They go to Road, looking for a block. He slipped a bit, stumbles, and he falls down for a loss of 2 at the 7-yard line. Tigers are trying to call a timeout. Clock is still running, and now they get that timeout with 26 seconds to go. Didn't really have his footing there as he loses 3 yards, and the Tigers will have a couple of plays to find the end zone here. Now, it's worth noting they're out of timeout, so anything in play, they'll have to hurry to clock it or get the field goal unit out there.
I'm sure they've worked on getting the place kicking unit in quickly on the field.
A chance to thank one of our sponsors tonight. That is Mel K for all your commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing needs. At Mel K, big projects and big solutions. Also mentioned that coming up at halftime is the Orange Leaf halftime show with Tucker Smith. Orange Leaf frozen yogurt is a go-to spot for that afternoon sweet treat or refreshing snack. Variety of self-serve frozen yogurt flavors, endless toppings, real fruit smoothies, made-to-order shakes and holiday cakes. Satisfy that sweet tooth of yours at Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt, 701 North Burkhardt Road in Evansville. Well, probably a couple of chances here for Matthew Fisher to fire one toward the end zone.
Well, he's got Luke Elsperman, his favorite target, but Schultz has caught the touchdown pass. The Tigers were able to capitalize on a Jasper fumble near midfield. Let's see if they can capitalize on a fumble deep in Jasper territory, and we'll find out here.
Worth noting was looking down the Jasper sideline during that timeout. Their injured right tackle, Griffin Heil, is on crutches. So hopefully everything ends up being okay with him. Not a good sign from the Jasper side.
3 receivers bunched to the left. 1 receiver out to the right. It looks like he's got inside coverage.
And now they switch. They go trips far side as they move both Elshman and Schultz to that far side. A lot of action here as Fisher flings it. Porter Road wide open, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fisher to Road.
They bunch the receivers. They all go from right to left. They roll out Fisher and roll Porter Road out into the flat. Good toss, good catch, just inside the pylon for 6 points for number 6.
He talked about it with Porter Road. He feels healthier this year, faster, more elusive, wants to be used in more ways than just running the ball. And that time he catches it for the touchdown. That's his first receiving grab as a Tiger. And now it'll be Pate Barrett for the PAT to put the Tigers in front by 3 scores. Kick on the way, and the kick is good. 23-6 Tigers, 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We'll step aside from in low field.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
It's a 17-point Tigers lead coming up on halftime here at Inlow Field, 23-6. Opening week of high school football across the tri-state and a gorgeous evening here in Evansville. Kickoff skips to the 10-yard line, strolling far side 20, and just getting past the 25-yard line. The return for Jasper was Ross Dawkins. And Mike, we recap that last scoring drive, a quick one for the Tigers. It was the bad snap over Trevino's head, tracked down by Donovan Baker, set the Tigers up at the 4-yard line. They go 3 plays, 4 yards, 14 seconds. Porter Road with a touchdown catch.
Second touchdown pass by Matthew Fitcher on the kickoff return. Will Petke comes up with a special teams tackle. Jasper will start at 1st and 10 from their own 27.
Looks like Jasper will just take a knee and go to the halftime break. And that is what they do. So Jasper will get the football first to start the third quarter, but it was an unusual first half from Jasper. They had a fumble, a bad snap, several penalties. Tigers cash in, 23-6 Memorial here at halftime. Tigers faithful loving it so far. And when we come back with the Orange Leaf halftime show, Tucker Smith will have you. The Tigers lead 23-6.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
That is us right there, IndianaSRN. Tell that guy to get out of the way. Hey, move. There we go. IndianaSRN.com. You can watch all the Tigers games all season long with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Rebin, and a very productive first half for Memorial as they lead 23-6. Let's recap the scoring real quick, then Mike, I'll let you give your thoughts. But Tigers on the opening drive of the game went 11 plays, 68 yards, got a 29-yard field goal to make it 3-0 middle of the first quarter. Then Memorial, early second quarter, got a 14-yard touchdown catch from Simon Schultz, capping off a 7-play, 56-yard drive. That took just over 3 minutes. It was 9-0 Memorial. Jasper then came back with a typical Jasper drive, 13 plays, 83 yards. It was 9-6 Tigers as Jasper missed the PAT after the Ernie 8-yard touchdown run. Memorial then got the final 2 scores of the half. A Schultz 14-yard touchdown run, 8 plays, 31 yards, made it 16-6 Tigers with just over 2 minutes to go second quarter. Then it was a bad snap on a punt from Jasper, tracked down by Donovan Baker, set up a very, very short 3-play, 4-yard drive. Porter Road with a touchdown catch, 23 seconds to go, and that is our scoring in the first half, 23-6 Tigers. There was some concern about the Memorial defense, especially up front. A lot of new face, and so far they've held the ground.
Well, I've got them unofficially with that minus 24 on the bad snap. I have unofficially Jasper 67 yards of total offense in that first 24 minutes, where the Tigers came up with 157 yards as Memorial had 8 first downs, 6 by the pass, and 2 penalties for 18 yards. Jasper 4 rushing first downs, 5 penalties for 30 yards. Time of possession, if you said 14-11 to 9:49, you thought it would be in Jasper's favor. It is not. It is Memorial's.
All right, Tigers lead 23-6 here on the Orange Leaf halftime show. Tucker Smith and the new athletic director here at Memorial, Chad Dockery, joins us next.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year, all sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome back to Inlow Field for your Orange Leaf halftime show. This is Tucker Smith. I've got Chad Dockery, the new AD here at Memorial High School. Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing well tonight.
Great, great. Well, I got a couple of quick questions for you. I just want to have you introduce yourself to all those new folks that maybe haven't got a chance to meet you yet.
Yeah, I was 1995 graduate of Evansville Memorial High School. I was able to come back and start coaching with Ralph Wines-Apple and Larry Mattingly. And in 2001 decided that I wanted to kind of go out on my own and go somewhere that football was really big and start new on my own, and that was heading down to South Carolina. I was down there for 10 years, became head football coach, had the opportunity to move back to the Indiana area, lived in Indianapolis for the last 12, and it's really been quite the journey for me between learning to be a head football coach and working in athletic administration in different roles with track and with the weight room, strength and speed program. And, my family, I've got a wife that's in education who was a phenomenal athlete and a daughter that was already here at U of V, and it was a great opportunity for us to come back as a family. Son is playing here tonight, number 9, and then daughter Evelyn is a 6th grader at St. John's. So it's been absolutely fantastic to be able to take that journey, be gone for 22 years and come back to Memorial. When I came through for the interview process, walking back through the doors of Memorial High School brought back a flood of memories, and it all of a sudden became a sense of urgency for me of, I want to come back. This is a place I want to be, and it's time to come home, and it's been fantastic so far.
Well, that's great. I know I can probably speak for everybody at Memorial. I think we're just all about pretty excited to have you back here with the Memorial community, and I know you didn't talk about it, and I know you don't tell a lot of people about it, but of course your dad was the AD whenever I was in school there, so it's cool to kind of see that generations of Dockeries coming back to Memorial High School. I know Luke, you said, is a 4th generation Memorial, future Memorial alumni, correct?
Yeah, so 4th generation, I think is really special. And when I think about Memorial in that time that I was gone, and I became a head football coach and head track coach, everywhere I went I tried to recreate what we have here at Memorial, and it couldn't be done. It could not be done. Our community is so strong. Those 3, 4, and 5 generation families that come through here, and the loyalty and excitement for this school, academically, athletically, is fantastic. And coming back where my dad was a longtime head coach and the athletic director has really been an awesome experience.
Well, I know you touched on it a little bit, just about all the excitement of this season and this year, but what are you most excited about coming back here as the new AD?
I'm most excited to continue to help our programs evolve. We've got a president and a principal that they are all about, new ways to find for our kids and our coaches and our community and our alumni to be engaged and to be a part of everything. And I believe in that. I believe in how do we take new, these experiences and create new experiences for our kids, but continue to honor the tradition. So I'm really excited to watch our kids compete and represent our school with class.
Absolutely, and I think this year, athletically, we're going to be competing all year long in all sports across the board. So if you guys that are listening or watching want an opportunity to be a part of that, we are selling season passes again through the Booster Club. Those can be purchased online through EventLink, same as last year. You do have to pick up the physical passes at the athletic office, or you can go in and see Patty in the office. I'm sure she'd be glad to see you and help you out to get some more season passes with them. And speaking of Booster Club, I know we've got our fall coaches event coming up this Monday at 6 o'clock at Venue 812. So we're excited to have our coaches come and speak. Last year it was a great event. We had Coach Bill Veith, men's soccer coach, and then Coach Hurley from the football team come out, and it was a cool event to kind of get their perspective on the season, answer some questions and stuff. So definitely don't miss that. Again, it's this Monday at Venue 812 at 6 o'clock.
And on top of that, Tucker, fantastic crowd tonight. We've got an awesome turnout. We've got a lot of people I know that are home, and that is incredible that we've got all these people that are tuning in to listen and watch. We need more people to show up.
Absolutely.
We've got such a strong alumni base. I am asking you, come out, support our kids that are here now. Get involved. Find a way to volunteer. Find a way to be involved with our athletic program. We want you to be here. Let's continue to grow what we've got. And, personally, I'm asking you, get involved. Come be a part of this. It's really special, and it does feel good to be back.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And I think a great way to get involved, especially on the athletic side for Memorial, is joining Booster Club. We're always looking for more people to volunteer. Right now, it's just a executive board base that's kind of taking care of a lot of the heavy lifting on some of the volunteering side of it. So we'd love to be able to get more people involved in that part of it, especially with Steak Night coming up September 16th. It's a great event. It's always been a great event for the last several years. So definitely Steak Night tickets are available. So find your favorite athletic student or student athlete that can give you those tickets, and they'll be more than happy to help you out and get you those Steak Night tickets. We got a few more minutes left here, Chad. I know a lot of people follow us on social media. I'm sure most people that are watching do follow us on social media as well. And I know we use a lot of hashtags and different things to help show what we do at Memorial. And I know one of those is, of course, the famous FTF hashtag we've had for years, which is Fight Tigers Fight. But a new one that you've kind of implemented this year is TLC, so hashtag TLC. So touch a little bit on that, what that means to you, what that means to everybody, especially at the Memorial community.
Yeah, TLC to me is we're going to start off with trust. When I went through the interview process, when I talked to different alumni and different people who were involved with the school, I heard that word come up a lot. You have to trust what we've built here. We have to trust that people are going to get involved, they're going to volunteer. We've got to trust our coaches and working with our athletes, our teachers, our administrators. And, that's what I've pushed towards our coaches when I've met with them is, hey, trust each other, trust in what we do here, trust our kids. That's really important, that we know people are doing the right thing for each other. The next part is the love it all. There are so many things that we do here. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. And, with practice and uniforms and pictures, and there are things that some people kind of moan and go, oh, man, I can't believe that today is picture day, or I can't believe that, we've got to do this to clean the uniforms. And I've said, hey, love it all. Love everything that we do because this is an opportunity. We can't take this for granted. And I mean, everybody loves being out here on a Friday night. Everybody loves going to a soccer game at Trailer Family Stadium on a Tuesday when it's exciting. Everybody loves that. But love practice. Love the opportunity to meet with our kids. Love every part of what we're doing athletically, because when you create that excitement, when we get to a Friday, it becomes even bigger because everybody's so bought in, they've enjoyed what they're doing. And then the last thing is commitment. Be committed to what we're building here. Be committed to your sports as an athlete. There's just so many things that we can commit to with Memorial, and that's coming back. I talked at the beginning about trust, but for me, coming back, it was those three things. 22 years being away, walking back through the doors was incredible. I walked back into Inlow Stadium this afternoon. I have goosebumps right now thinking about it for the first time since 2001, and it was just a sense of awe. And so we've got to take it all in and love every second of it.
That's great, and I think, I know TLC has been a kind of a hashtag for our student athletes. It's been a hashtag for our coaches, for our staff, and everything else. But I think it can go and translate to the entire Memorial community. I think we accept it and take it on. We can love it all, every aspect of Memorial. So, well, Chad, again, thank you so much. I'm excited for this year, for this season. Thanks for joining us here for the Orange Leaf Halftime Show. We'll get back to Jevin and Mike here shortly. Real quick, though, Chad, I got to tell you, I know you were on the field earlier, but Mike made a statement earlier that said, I think he said something to the effect of that he had about the same body type as you. So I just didn't know if you agreed with that or not. And we can leave that to off-air comments.
Well, as we're finishing up here, I do want to Coach Guevara is how I think of him when I see him, because he was my first football coach. I had never played football before. I show up at Holy Rosary in the 7th grade, and Mike, to me, when I was in the 7th grade, was a big guy. And, to me, okay, I'm on board. I can see it. But thank you guys so much for letting me come up here and talk about it. I love being back. It's very exciting, and I look forward to working with our community, our alumni, and our athletes and coaches, and our faculty as well at school.
Thanks so much, Chad. Again, halftime show sponsored by Orange Leaf here on IndianaSRN. We'll be right back after this.
Back in our Orange Leaf halftime show, Tigers leading the Wildcats 23-6. Big thanks to Chad Dockery for joining us on the halftime show. Also Tucker Smith, who is keeping us up to date on some scores throughout the area as well. Well, Mike, as we turn our attention now to the second half, Jasper will have the football first, and what are you looking forward to here now, the second half of this game? You know the Wildcats are probably going to respond at some point, so if you're the Tigers, you can't get complacent with that 17-point lead.
Well, they do get the ball first, that is Jasper, so that'll help them out. They go down and get a quick score, or even typical 5-minute drive. They can get back in the ball game. But the Memorial defense, they have played well for months. They've kind of shut down, except for a couple of long plays between the tackles, but they've been hurt on the perimeters. But the Memorial Tigers have done a good job offensively, coming up with passing by Matthew Fisher. Simon Schultz has come up and has rushed for a touchdown out of the Wildcats. The junior has caught a touchdown pass, and the Tigers have taken advantage of 2 Jasper turnovers, and really, you factor that in, that's a difference in the ballgame.
The Tigers, they had quite a bit of question marks, especially on the offensive and defensive line. The offense will be pretty talented, a lot of playmakers, and Matthew Fisher with the experience from last year, he's looked sharp so far in the first half. I don't want to say what surprised you the most, but what's impressed you the most about this Tigers performance so far in half number 1?
Well, they've been able to play good team defense. Coach Ben Johnson, as always, has got the people in the right places, and they have been able to come away and perform. The difference defensively for the Tigers also is number 35, Alex Bershers. Don't have the stats with me right now, but I'm sure he's in double figures in tackles already. And they've got some good defensive end play from Donovan Baker and Ben Ziemer. And give credit to the guys playing the defensive line positions for the Tigers, coming in there defensively at the defensive line. Matthew Hawkins, Landon Merrimee, as also Brady Combs, and DeMarvion Vaughn. So they've done a great job. They're keeping the Jasper offensive line off. And Griffin Heil, their fine offensive tackle for Jasper, he's been hurt most of the second quarter.
Well, as we mentioned, we'll have all the Tigers games this year here on IndianaSRN. Next week, the Tigers are back at home at Enloe Field, and they will welcome the North Huskies. Kickoff at 6:30, airtime at 6:15. Once again, a one score for you involving the North Huskies. Second quarter, they lead Castle 13-7. The other SIAC scores: Wrights thumping Harrison on the road 39-0 at halftime. Model Day blanking Central 14-0 at halftime as well. And Vincennes Oliver Bossy at home 42-8 at recess. And those scores are brought to you by Kipley's. Kipley's is located in Evansville, Indiana, on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. Come join us before or after the game for great food and fun. The second half is next. Tigers in front by 17.
Darby here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's Best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
On the Acute Lawn Landscape scoreboard, 23-6 Tigers. Acute Lawn Landscape will help with the design and installation of your landscaping project. Need help removing those annoying fall leaves? They also offer leaf cleanup. Call 812-455-7400 or search Acute Lawn Landscape on Facebook. Your yard can look sharp with Acute Lawn and Landscape. Memorial kickoff to Jasper to start quarter number 3, and they get a few stats in from that first half. Talked about Broshears for the Tigers flying around on the field. He has 11 tackles to pace them. On the offensive side of the ball, quarterback Matthew Fisher, 13 of 19 for 131 and 2 touchdowns.
Key for Jasper to get some points on the board here early as the Tigers led 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. Jasper scored 6, but the Memorial Tigers scored 20.
All right, so here we go. Right to left, Tigers kick it off. Good crowd in low field. Very vocal Tiger student section across the way. They had some fun in the first half. Will it carry over? Underway in half number 2. This one a better kick, and it will be returned from inside the 10-yard line. Just past the 20. Tell you what, the Tigers special teams coverage has been magnificent so far tonight.
Good job on the coverage by the special teams as we look. As on the first hit for Memorial was Joey Baronis, and also coming in there was Quentin Merkel.
We saw Landon Fleck have some good runs early in the game for Jasper, and then as the first half progressed, Caden Ernie, the junior, was able to gain some yards. He does have a rushing touchdown tonight. We'll see who steps up for Jasper in the third quarter. Drive starts from their own 23-yard line. Inside give. This is Holsworth pinballing his way in between the hash marks to the 29-yard line. He does get 6 there.
We've called Ben Zemer's name a lot. We'll have to call it again this play. Did a great job coming in, crashing from his defensive end. But good pickup of Jasper from the 27 to the 29.
So a gain of 6, second and 4. In that first half, Jasper's offense had 2 3-and-outs, and they also fumbled the ball once. Plus, he had the bad snap on one of those 3-and-outs. Handoff off left tackle. Holsworth gobbled up. Forward progress took him to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 1, so 3rd and 3 here for Jasper.
5 blue shirts on the bottom. Alex Broshears.
That's his 12th tackle. And Broshears last year had over 100 tackles, 6 tackle for losses, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 forced fumbles. And
that's not a bad team effort.
That's 3rd and 3. Tigers defense trying to force another 3-and-out here. Quarterback kept it himself. He pitches it and undercut the 30-yard line. Good tackle flying in there with that closing speed for the Tigers was 32, Jake Lively.
Lively coming up from his safety spot. He's that 8th man in the box Coach Johnson was talking about, and he was right there at the line of scrimmage making the hit, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Are they going to go for it?
Well, Butel almost went down before he shoved it. And it appears they will go for here in 4th and 2, or maybe at least try to draw the Tigers off sides.
Another big play here.
Under center is Butel. And before the snap, flag flies from the far sideline. And some early movement by Jasper, so that will now make it tough to go for on 4th and 7. And so it is a 3-and-out for the Tigers defense, their 3rd 3-and-out of the night.
Yeah, that's a 3rd procedure play, 6th defense, a penalty for 35 yards. And they'll move it back to the 26.
Remember last time they lined up to punt, the snap went over Trevino's head. all the way down to the 4-yard line. Donovan Baker tracked it down. The Tigers got a quick touchdown right before the first half came to an end. Elshman back deep to return this punt at his own 40-yard line. This is a spiraling kick, and it takes a Jasper bounce all the way down to the 32-yard line before it is deadened. And so a decent punt there for Trevino.
42 yards, decent. So that flips the field for Jasper. 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Tigers with the ball, up 23-6.
Thanks to one of our sponsors tonight, Pet Food Center. They have locations on Evansville's east, west, and north sides. Also in Newburgh as well as Owensboro, Kentucky. Anything you want for your pet, they've got it, Pet Food Center. So the Tigers have been sharp on offense. The one guy that has not gotten going yet on the ground is Porter Road. He does have a receiving touchdown tonight. He lines up to the right hip of Matthew Fisher as this drive starts from the Tigers' 32-yard line. Fisher, quick pass. It is caught by Dockery, 35-yard line to the 40, and he's angled out of bounds. Another quick hitter for the Tigers. There is a flag in the middle of the field, and it's a hold against the Tigers. So that negates that healthy gain on first down.
3 penalties against Memorial, 2 on the hold variety. The third was an interference. So that'll negate that pass. Bring up a first and a lot.
And for the Tigers, make sure you move the ball a little bit and no turnovers, leading by 17 points.
And even if they don't get a first down in this drive or this possession with the punt and maybe try to flip the field, and if they can play a field position game up by a 23-6 score and run clock. But I'm sure Coach John Hurley, he says, we need 6.
He's always thinking 6.
And Coach Lewis says, we need 6, a pick 6 or 6 on a turnover, of which the Tigers have yet to have one.
So the hold sets up a 1st and 20 from the Tigers' 22-yard line. First drive of the second half for Memorial. And a head start here on the near sideline. I think that was Luke Elstrom, the wide receiver.
Offense, offsides, defense. That's their, counting the kickoff, that's their 3rd offsides penalty.
Well, so the near official signaled false start. The far official signaled offsides. But it is going to be a false start on the Tigers.
Oh, okay. I'm going to scratch off that 5 on the Jasper side and put procedure 5 on the Memorial side. So Memorial, not the way Coach Hurley out of the locker room wanted to start their first offensive series.
Now Coach Hurley talking with the far official about that last penalty. But it stands as a false start, so the Tigers going the wrong direction here. 1st and 25 from their own 17 now. Road lines up behind Fisher. The give is to Road. He tries to squirm through the line of scrimmage, and he does. Out to the 18, maybe 19-yard line. Pickup of 2 for Porter Road.
A good hole, but quickly closing it. Trevino, the nose tackle, made the grab and held on the Road before help arrived. Give him a couple.
Again, Fisher in that first half of the Tigers went 13 of 19 for 131 yards. He also threw 2 touchdowns. Trips wide receivers far side. Elsham, the single wide receiver near side. Fisher in the pocket. He flings it across the middle, and he completes. Nope, it skipped across the turf. They were trying to collaborate with Luke Dockery. Kind of sat down in the middle of that defense, but the ball was short, and now it's 3rd down.
He was open. 3rd down and long. Good time. Open receiver, just couldn't connect.
He would have set up a manageable 3rd down, so now you're really in no man's land here. 3rd and 24. Be careful, backed up deep in your own territory.
5 receiver set, empty backfield.
One of those quick hitters in open space, see if they can get a big play out of it. Trying to set up the screen, and Fisher just throws it into the turf. Fisher also took a spill back in the end zone, so that was a rough drive to start the 3rd quarter for the Tigers. Really their first poor offensive drive of the night.
Hunter Eckert from the right defensive end coming in unabated to the quarterback, and Fisher threw it in the ground to live another day. So the Tigers minus yardage on their first possession of the second half, due in part by a couple of penalties. So Matthew Fisher, who had a 33-yard punt for the only punt for the Tigers, will try to give a good one, and Jasper will probably end up with great field position.
And Mitchell Leinenbach right around the 50-yard line to return this punt from Fisher. And it's a high-hanging kick. Fair catch called right at the 15-yard line by that, and I just mentioned, Mitchell Leinenbach. And so now Jasper's offense will get pretty good field position here. This is their second drive of the third quarter. They went 3 and out to start the half, as the Tigers still lead by 17 points.
Well, on the exchange, the Jasper Wildcats gained 27 yards. First drive was on their own 23. Now it's at the 50. After a 32-yard punt.
The Tigers did not really chew up any of that clock on that drive. So far, the only Jasper score tonight came on that lengthy drive in the second quarter, 13-play, 83-yard drive, where Ernie capped it off with an 8-yard rushing score. Here is Holsworth. He runs right between the hash marks, twirling down to the 40-yard line, pickup of 10 and a first down.
Jeremiah McGuire in the secondary makes the stop, and that after the 5th first down of the game. And now we've got a Tiger slow to get up.
That's Alex Broshears, a guy they cannot afford to lose. Quickly up to his feet, limping off toward the Tiger sideline. Broshears with 12 tackles tonight. Also the leading returning tackle on the Memorial defense.
Being replaced there by Jake Brackett.
So Brackett, a 5'9" sophomore, comes in for Broshears. Hopefully for Broshears, just a stinger, he can get right back in there. It was good to see him walk off under his own power. From the Tigers 40, back to action here for Jasper. Oh, there's a flag. That's a false start against the Wildcats. The whole right side moved early.
Seven penalties, 40 yards. You'd think maybe at the first half we would have had all these penalties not coming out of the locker room to start the second half. I'll move them back 5.
Again, last year Jasper won the opening game against the Tigers at their place 34-10. Memorial came back and won the sectional game 21-18. And right now it's been all Tigers here tonight to start the 2023 regular season. 1st and 15 for Jasper. Quarterback keeps it himself. That is Butel. He has some open space, and he glides inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16 or 17 yards and a first down for Jasper. First time we've seen Butel with a long run.
By far his best run, and he did a nice job there as he read the defensive end who vacated, was looking for the pitch, and then here we go, out to the side, and then great acceleration for the sophomore. McGuire in there also on the tackle, but another first down.
From the 29-yard line now, inside give Holsworth, dives forward to the 25, maybe 24. Pickup of a handful. The Tigers defense still does not have their pulse in the middle. Their linebacker, Alex Broshears, who went to the far sideline a few plays ago. He's still out.
Quick to the line of scrimmage for Jasper. Hurry up.
Probably be up-tempo most of the second half, trailing by 17 points.
They'll call the play in from the sidelines.
Butel has that play. Now he goes under center. Running right side, it's Holsworth again, and he's tripped up around the ankles. Getting his hand in there for the Tigers, making that tackle was Jake Lively.
Lively again, the safety coming up, lining up in the line of scrimmage, giving that 8-man in the box type look. Close to a first down.
The initial spot and signal was that he was short. From live action, I thought he had enough for the first down. Ball just inside the 20, so they are inside the red zone. And our white hat says first down.
Jasper, I had 4 rushing first downs in the first half. I've got him for already 4 here in this third quarter.
Time of possession was controlled by the Tigers in that first half. Quarterback Butel fakes the handoff, and he is sandwiched after a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Ben Zemer crashing from the defensive end. Ben's probably got 5 or 6 tackles. Also helped out there by Jake Brackett.
So they give him 3 yards. Butel on the carry. Butel had a big 16-yard rush a few plays ago. About halfway through this third quarter, nobody's scored since the first half. Jasper threatening. This is Holsworth again, right into the teeth of that Tigers defense. He stood up at the 14-yard line, another gain of 3. So it's 3rd and 4, as that was the 6th play of this drive that started the 50-yard line.
Tanner Grease filling the hole from the linebacker's position. This drive started at midfield with 8:48 to go in the third quarter.
Holsworth lines up behind Butel. It is Holsworth. Off right tackle. Follows a blocker inside the 10, rumbling down around the 5-yard line. He's got the first down. It's 1st and goal for Jasper.
Blue jerseys bouncing off Holsworth. Got a good size. 6'1", 195. Hits 1, 2, 3. Carries 3 more. And gets it inside the 10. 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 6. Holsworth up the gut, and we have whistles that stop the play.
Procedure call against Jasper. It's the 5th unofficial procedure call that I have.
I heard the white hat yell that it was the tight end that moved early, 84. And Coach Tony Lewis was not happy in his 5th year at Jasper. So from the 11 now. Holsworth, not much there. Pickup of 2. And for the Tigers here, at least making them use a lot of that clock.
On the bottom of the pile, Matthew Hawkins along with Brady Combs. Certainly 4-down territory here. Down 23-6.
Off the top of my mind, the biggest play that Jasper has had was that Butel run on this drive that went for 16 yards. Not had many big strikes tonight. Inside 5 minutes here in the third quarter, a 2nd and goal from the 8.
That's their nature of their offense.
Quarterback Butel pitches it to Ernie. Good job hanging on to the football. He stays on his feet. Ernie keeps those feet moving, approaching the goal line, refusing to go down, and he got in. Wow, what a run by Ernie. Caden Ernie almost fumbled the ball, stays on his feet, and then drove the pile forward for a Jasper touchdown. An 8-yard rushing score.
And that's his 2nd 8-yard TD as Ernie, as you called it, 2nd and 3rd effort, kept his legs moving. No whistle, no stoppage of play. And Ernie gets the touchdown as Jasper looks to cut it to 10.
So both scores have been an 8-yard rushing touchdown from Ernie. Now here comes the PAT from Spears, who has missed one tonight. He pushed the kick wide right. This kick looks better, and it is good. So Jasper gets her first points of the second half. It's now a 2-possession game. Tigers lead 23-13.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family. Or the day of your last car loan payment. Much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree. We care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Memorial. Hey, thanks for being here. You're in great hands.
Jasper with a 9-play, 50-yard drive that takes 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Kay Nerney with an 8-yard rushing touchdown now makes it a 10-point game. And here comes the ensuing kickoff. And you go toward that far sideline, return from the 15-yard line. Coming here toward the middle of the field is Porter Road, and he is lassoed down just past the 20-yard line of the 23.
Good special teams coverage there by Jasper, and that was Alec Wire. Hit Porter Road. Road returns the ball to the 24-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop. Memorial is only their second possession. They were 3 and out, minus 14, a couple of penalties. Only had the ball 62 seconds so far in this third quarter.
Tigers offense last time out was their first 3 and out of the evening. They went backwards the entire drive. See if they can respond here as their lead has shriveled to 10. Fisher gives it. Porter Road. This is his first lengthy carry of the night as he gets the 30-yard line, a gain of 7. And quite a bit of room around the line of scrimmage. So a healthy gain for the senior Porter Road.
Jack Levine coming up with the stop, but out Road had a good hole. Could have aided the tackler. He had green turf in front of him.
Road last year rushed for over 1,100 yards.
Trips left here. This is a play where they could have Porter Road out in the flat.
On 2nd and 3, Fisher fakes the handoff, moving around the pocket. Now he zips one toward the far sideline through the hands of Luke Dockery. Maybe too much heat on that pass. So now it's 3rd and 3, and this is an important play as right now that momentum starting to swing toward the Jasper side.
Yeah, good pressure. Fisher couldn't plant his feet. Finally did. Got it a little high.
Tigers trying to keep this drive alive.
Trips left.
They bunch those trips wide receivers near side. Quick pass out here. It is caught by Elsterman. 35-yard line, 40 to the 50. And he lowers his shoulder into Jasper territory all the way down to the Wildcat 44-yard line. Jasper was screaming for a hold here on the near sideline. I think it was just a good block, and the drive continues.
23-yard hookup. Has a great job there. It's just a quick pass. Got the good block. Broke the run down the field. Here we go. Nice block. Pancake. Out there, Elsperman. Good catch. Good acceleration. Bouncing off defenders, gets it into Jasper territory.
It's like a good no call on the no flag. That was just a good block. So at the Jasper 44-yard line.
Put a circle around that play. That was a big one here.
Here is Donovan Baker. He's got a block out front. Porter Rowe, but he can't turn that corner as he was tracked down from behind. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard gain.
Good job defensively that time. Coming up from his linebacker position was Elliott Smith. He doesn't stop Baker. It's a long way.
So he had that block out in front, and for Baker, that's his first carry of the night, I believe. Last year he had 51 rushes, close to 300 yards. And Baker was the starting running back the first 2 weeks before Rode was able to play week 3. So it's 2nd and 9. Give Donovan Baker, the senior, 1 yard. Back to Porter Road, not much there. No gain, 3rd and 9. Jalen Van Slyke made that tackle, 6'3" senior.
Third and long. Think it'd be a pass play. Fisher's converted on some key third down plays. And look for Luke Elsperman. He's got one-on-one coverage here on the bottom of the screen.
Fisher rolling out near side. He launches it down the field, and a catch inside the 20-yard line. Beautifully led. Simon Schultz had a drop right in the breadbasket. Oh, what a strike from Fisher as he was hit, delivering that pass.
From the 42 to the 16, a 26-yard hookup.
He was under pressure. Off one foot. What a throw by the junior. Incredible.
I'm not so sure he had any feet on the ground when he threw it. He kind of jumped. And a great Simon Schultz. What a great game. This opening contest of the 2023 season for the Tigers.
I think that throw right there just shows the strength of Fisher, of how much he's matured since last year. So inside the red zone, 1st and 10 for the 16. This is Road. Tough sledding again for Porter. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, coming up with the stop was Hunter Eckert. A lot of Simon Schultz's receptions, Jevin, have coming where Fisher is rolling to one side or the other, and Simon is coming across the field. This time Fisher rolled left, tough for a right-handed quarterback, but he found Schultz in stride and kept the drive alive into the red zone.
Schultz had a touchdown catch in the first half, I formation with Baker and Road in the backfield. Play action, they dump it out. This is Donovan Baker, stiff arm at the 10. Baker is grabbed down at the 8-yard line. It goes for about 9 yards and will set up a 3rd and short. Tigers can run this down to the quarter break. Well, I say that, and it appears there's an injured Jasper player, so they stop the clock with 26 seconds.
That time, Baker and Porter Road flipped. Road was the fullback, Baker the tailback. They don't have to run another play.
I'm not sure why the play clock's still going, but the clock stopped. Now they reset it. There we go.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter.
Well, the play clock is actually a second ahead of the game clock.
Okay. How'd that happen?
Okay, so they reset it to 25 instead of a full 40. Now they got that full reset, and the Tigers will take it down to the quarter break. We were originally right. All right. 3 quarters complete here at Inlow Field. Tigers threatening. Only points so far have come from Jasper here in this third quarter. It'll be 3rd and short when we come back from the 7 on IndianaSRN.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Rights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit rightsmemorial.org for more information.
Three quarters complete. Tigers in front, 23-13 with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Rebin. Huge thanks to our IndianaSRN crew as well. Producer Chuck Levine and also Kyle Rohn on camera. Both doing a great job tonight. Mid-season form here in week 1.
Well, I'd like to thank all the people behind the scenes making things. Of course, Tucker Smith, our great halftime commentator and interview for the Memorial Tigers. President Christian Mosick, Principal Aaron Schmidt, Athletic Director Chad Dockery, Head Coach John Hurley, Administrative Assistant Patty Van. As for Jasper, Superintendent Trey Laurie, Principal Jeff Mock, Athletic Director Phil Kendall, Head Coach Tony Lewis, Teresa Stefanagle, Administrative Assistant, and a big thank you for our pregame stuff, Matt and Dave Messmer, the stat guys for Jasper.
All right, so it's 3rd and 1 here for the Tigers, ball at the Jasper 7. Wildcats just had a 9-play, 50-yard drive to make it a 10-point game. And now it's the Wildcat look. We saw it a couple times in the first half with Simon Schultz at the quarterback spot. Takes the direct snap. Jump pass was almost picked off. Tigers with some trickery almost hurt him. That pass was going toward Luke Elserman. And now it is 4th and 1.
I'll tell you, defensively, right there was one of the Tiger defenders, and he didn't see the ball coming. I think that was Fleck. Here we go, Barrett.
So I'll take the points here.
24-yard field goal. Scholes on the hold, left-footed kicker.
Barrett last year was 5 for 7 on field goals. Uh-oh, low snap. Barrett has it blocked. And this is scooped up by the Wildcats. Running near sideline, good hustle by the Tigers. Sam Nichols to track him down. Put a circle by that play.
Jack
Momentum
Levine.
back to Jasper.
Levine, number 7, comes in from the right side. Low snap. Here we go. Watch the right side for the defense. Comes across. Gets the clean block. And ball picked up as Jasper on the block not only keeps the Tigers away from points, they get good field position.
So you went from possibly going up 3 scores to now only up 10 and pretty good field position for Jasper. Good news for the Tigers defense. Alex Broshears, who missed the conclusion of that last scoring drive for Jasper, is back out there at the linebacker position. He has been their best defender so far tonight. Handoff goes up the middle for a short gain. Shut down at the 40-yard line, a pickup of 3. And I believe they went back with Holsworth indeed as he gets up from 4 blue jerseys on top of him. We do have a couple of score updates as Castle's now taking the lead at home against North, 14-13 in the third quarter. The other close SISC game is Mater Dei leading Central 14-6 in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 here for the Wildcats. Quarterback pitches it here near sideline. And pretty good containment there by the Tigers defensively, as sniffing that out was Jake Lively.
Not only did Lively contain Butel, he shed off of Butel and made the tackle. That was one guy defending 2. Good job by the junior. The junior class has really shined here tonight for the Tigers.
So it was Ernie who had that for a gain of 3. Now it's 3rd and 4. It's underway, fourth quarter. Memorial led 23-6 at halftime. Momentum with the Wildcats right now. False start for Jasper. That was a big-time head start by Will Wallace.
Penalty on the play. False start against the Wildcats.
6 procedure penalties and total of 9 penalties for 50 yards. All except 1, all of the 5-yard variety. Jasper gets points on the board here. It's a different complexion. They've taken advantage.
It's a big play here on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Butel. He spins it out in the flat, caught and stumbling at the 37-yard line was the receiver. That was Tyler Atkins, and that is just a short completion.
Tried to plant his foot, and it slipped.
So it sets up a 4th down and fairly long. It looks like Jasper will have to punt it. If you get 5 or 6 yards there, maybe you can go for it. But I think Tony Lewis doesn't really have an option here. He has to punt the football away, and that's a big stop for the Tigers defense. Real quick, thanks to Rockabar for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. You can join them at their new location at the corner of Green River Road, 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Stop by after the game or for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or your favorite pizza or other fine food. Trevino will punt. Elshman back deep to return. Another high snap. Trevino able to pull it down, and this is not a good kick. Wobbling toward the Tigers sideline. That is going to be a very short kick, and Memorial will get it in Jasper territory. A lot of that was caused because of the poor snap.
The Wildcats were on their own 38-yard line, and where do they mark the ball?
44-yard line, it looks like. So it ends up being, what, 6 yards?
6-yard punt. Not what Coach Lewis and his staff was looking for.
He's thinking I could have went for it then.
So the Tigers in Jasper territory again. They have started drives in the Jasper territory. 1, 2, 3. This is their 4th time in Jasper territory starting an offensive series.
There's a pass far side. Elsherman catches at the 40-yard line, and he darts out of bounds. So he stepped out the 38. It's a quick strike for 6 yards. They've done that quite a bit tonight, getting the ball out to Luke Elsherman, who's a great athlete. So it's 2nd and 4 now.
Memorial, they need yards, but more importantly, they need time off the clock.
They go to Road up the middle. He finds some space, carving his way past the 30 to the 27-yard line. Best run of the night for Porter Road, 11 yards and a first down, Tigers.
Only the 2nd rushing first down of the night for Memorial. As Road, great acceleration, had a hole off the left side. Here we go. Good handoff. Makes almost makes the man miss. If he does there, coming up with the stop in the secondary was Atkins. Road could have had more.
Tigers trying to put this game on ice with some points here on this drive, especially a touchdown. Their last drive, they had it inside the 10-yard line. Could not convert on 3rd and short and had their field goal blocked. They motion Schultz from left to right. And here is Road pinballing his way between the tackles. Stood up at the 25-yard line, a pickup of 2. So back-to-back carries for Porter Road.
4 or 5 white shirts also coming in there defensively again. Nice job by Hunter Eckert here tonight. If you look at that play clock, Jevin, Memorial will be snapping it when there's less than 10 seconds. They're just going to take all the time they can on this possession. We haven't had a snap with a play clock down close to 0 anywhere now. We are down to 5.
Trips wide receivers bunch here to the right side of your screen, and they come near side. This is Elsperman, and he can't haul it in. Incomplete pass. He had a blocker out in front, Schultz.
And my goodness, that was almost a backwards pass. It does fall incomplete. The best thing Jasper likes about that play is it stops the clock with 8:28.
You don't see Elsperman drop too many balls like this.
Yeah,
Throw is just a tick behind him.
And Jasper had 2 defenders right there, even if he does catch it.
This very well could be a 4-down territory for the Tigers with where they're at.
Oh, without a doubt. If you're going to punt it, you're going to gain about 6 yards.
And I wouldn't think he'd try a long field goal to go up 13. Here is Fisher moving to his right. He rifles it incomplete, trying to jet to the near sideline. Elsperman was the closest man to that pass, and now it's 4th and 8.
And I tell you what, it just off of Elsperman's hands, and Luke Dockery was right there, and he almost caught it.
Donovan Baker comes back in for the Tigers.
Well, they've been successful with the back out of the backfield, catching it in the flat, letting the receivers clear out the defensive backfield, and then bringing the back out of the backfield and trying to gain yardage.
Game on the line here for the Jasper defense. Fisher on 4th and 8 under pressure, rolls to his right, just heaves it toward the end zone, spinning around, incomplete. Simon Schultz was well covered, and it is a turnover on down, so Jasper still alive here with 8:17 to go. And we thank Evansville Hyundai Auto Dealership for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. For your next purchase of a new or used car located on Evansville's east side, it's home of the 100,000 miles powertrain warranty and 3 years free maintenance at Evansville Hyundai.
Well, Jasper brought all 3 linebackers, as Fisher had no choice except to throw it away. So good job by the Jasper defense. Gets the ball back with 8:17 to go. They trail by 10.
Inside give, all kinds of running room to the 35-yard line, and then losing his footing a bit as making the tackle there was Sam Nichols. On the carry for Jasper was 13, Caden Ernie. Well, he had all kinds of running room. I thought that was going to go for more than what it did. They get shut down to the 35-yard line, but it is a first down for Jasper. Wildcats go no huddle here. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's a pitch to Ernie. Covered well by the Tigers defense.
Good job that time. Good pursuit. As Ernie comes up.
He was met by number 17,
Sam Nichols, back-to-back stops. Give him a few on the play.
Say Ernie's been busy tonight for Jasper. A lot of work on the ground. On 2nd and 8. Here is Holsworth. And Holsworth spins through 2 Tigers jerseys to the 42-yard line. Pick up a 5, so it's 3rd and short.
Brochures and Zemer, we've said their name a lot defensively. They come up with the stop as hurry-up offense for Jasper. Close down to 7 minutes to go in the game.
Holsworth lines up behind Butel. And on the snap, guess what? A penalty against Jasper for some movement, and head coach Tony Lewis very animated toward his sideline. He wants a sub in there as he brings in Eckert for Wallace. And I tell you what, those false start penalties on Jasper have come on some big plays.
Yeah, I've got them unofficially 10 penalties for 55 yards and 7 procedure penalties.
Inside of 7 minutes, this is 3rd and 7 for Jasper. Butel rolls out to his right. He has some time. Looking down the field, Butel now slings it toward the sideline. Jump ball batted in the air, and it is incomplete.
They're looking for the tight end, and he went down the field, and finally...
they were trying to target Luke Heichelbeck.
Okay. As it gets darker, those gold numbers are harder to see across the field.
We have about a 1/4 window because the sun's in our eyes the first half, and now it's getting dark. We're never happy. So it's 4th and 7, and Jasper has to go for it here, down 2 scores.
Got to get to what, midfield?
Well, a first down would
More
be
45.
the 45-yard line, yep.
You rush 4 and drop 7.
And a flag again on the snap. Play clock was down to 0, and it is a delay of game.
Delay of game, Wildcats.
So now 4th and 12.
Jasper does indeed lose the football game. Penalties will be worked on in practice next week.
Say win or lose here for Jasper. There'll be some running probably in practice early in the week, you think?
Or at least a long discussion.
Butel looking toward the sideline, gets the play. Play clock is down to 8 seconds as they hustle up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers far side, nobody here to the near side. Butel in the pocket, he just heaves it down the field, and it is way too tall for his intended target, going there into 101 coverage. It is a turnover on downs, as on that pass, they were trying to target 18 Luke Heichelbeck.
And J.J. Lowry was step for step. Lowry in there, in for Desmond Johnson, who did not dress tonight. And something that Jasper doesn't want to do, they had to, and it didn't happen. So turnover on downs, back to back. Jasper defense turned the Tigers, and the Tigers turned the table.
Ivy Tech Community College is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. With 5 times to start each year with flexible scheduling, there's always a great time to begin at Ivy Tech. You can join them for Tuesdays at the Tech. Another chance for the Tigers to put this game on ice. Leading by 10. They go to the ground. This is Jeremiah McGuire. He turns the corner, and McGuire able to get out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Gain of about 8 for McGuire.
29, Jeremiah McGuire on the carry.
Again, next week, the Tigers will be back at home taking on North. They're in a dogfight right now with Castle. And last check, Castle was leading North by 1. For Jasper, they'll be back in Evansville next week as they will go to Harrison. Their home opener is week 3 against Wrights. Both these teams started fairly slow a season ago. Jasper was 2-3 after their first 5 games. Memorial got that 0-2 start, then got hot. And the Tigers have to call a timeout. They were hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock was down to 2, so we'll take a timeout with the Tigers as they lead by 10.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft. I believe in building a community. And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
Glad you're with us here on IndianaSRN. Just over 6 minutes to go. Tigers have the ball, second and short, leading by 10 at the Jasper 25-yard line. Here is Porter Road squeezing through off left tackle. He's got the first down at the 22-yard line. Gain of about 3 will move the chains, and we have a score update throughout the SIAC. These score updates are brought to you by Kipley's. Kipley's is located on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. Join them before or after the game for great food and fun. 4 minutes left, third quarter. Castro leads North 14-13. A final at Harrison. Wrights beats Harrison 45-0. Mater Dei leads Central 21-6 in the fourth quarter. Vincennes on top of Bossy 49-24 in the fourth quarter. And those are your SIAC scores thanks to Tucker Smith.
Fresh set of downs for the Tigers. They'll run this play clock. They still got 15 seconds to go. Fisher will just take his time.
This handoff goes to McGuire, and he was surrounded by white jerseys. Just tucks it and loses a yard or 2, and now Jasper will start burning timeouts. This is the first timeout for the Wildcats of the half, as the clock is against their side, and we'll step aside.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
First time of the half called by Jasper. They have 2 remaining. Memorial with 2 in their back pocket, but the Tigers want that clock to run as they lead 23-13. Memorial has not scored yet here in the second half.
Yeah, Jasper the only score of the entire second half, and that was a early 8-yard run.
Rode the single back with Fisher. And here is Rode running a left side, and didn't have much blockage over there. So if Jasper uses another timeout, no indication yet. Clock continues to move. And it's third down and long.
He was meant, and I think the leading tackler, we don't keep tackles here, but Hunter Eckert, we've said his name a lot, right defensive end. Loss on the play.
Loss of a yard, 3rd and 13. How big was that bad snap into the first half where the Tigers got the ball at the 4-yard line, scored inside of 30 seconds? If you don't have that, you have a 1-possession game right now.
Play clock down to 2.
Fisher looks to throw. High pass near side. Elsperman couldn't hang on, and he wasn't going to get the first down, but an incomplete pass stops the clock. And now it's 4th and 13.
If he catches it, the clock still runs.
Right.
And actually, we had a block. The Memorial had a blocker out there, but the defender actually grabbed the blocker.
And you're in no man's land here, the 24-yard line. You can't really punt it and
And
be a long field goal.
Yeah, double digits to get up the first down.
Well, play clock down to 10 as Fisher now hustles out there. They might have to burn a timeout. Down to 5 seconds. Scrambling to the line. Fisher gets him set. 2 seconds. And he gets a snap off just in time. Under all kinds of pressure, just slings across the middle. Elsperman catches the 15-yard line. Stays on his feet. Inside the 10, down to the 5. And he's just shy of the goal line. How about that? Down to the 1, a 23-yard completion on 4th and 13. Fisher was backpedaling, and he lofted it out there to Elsperman. Second effort, got that first down, and maybe puts this game on ice.
Wow, look at that. Goes up high, eludes one tackler, gets a good block. Breaks a couple more tackles. Finally, it takes 2 guys to get him down, and the Tigers, they're going to have 4 cracks to get 1 yard.
And they're inside the Peace of Mind red zone. Clock moving inside of 4.5 minutes. First and goal from the 1. The score here could be your dagger. Road does not get it. He gets stuck in the backfield at the 5-yard line. A loss of 4.
Jasper. Good defensive effort there coming up. Jalen Van Slyke. Van Slyke comes crashing in from his defensive end spot. Here we go. Road. He was just lucky he was able to hang on to the football.
Wildcats with 2 timeouts left. Not using them yet. Well, the Tigers student section pretty confident that this one's in the bag.
They got their,
feel a lot better if they get a score here.
They used to have flashlights. They used to have...
Here's Porter Road. He tries to hurdle a man, rumbling toward the end zone. Aggressive running. Porter Road. Touchdown, Tigers. There's your dagger. Rhodes' first rushing score of the night.
Great job by Rhodes. Second effort.
Well, he told me on the Memorial Coaches Show on Tuesday he felt more elusive this year. I'd say so after that leaping rushing touchdown for Rhodes.
Was that 4 yards?
4 yards. He had 13 rushing scores a season ago. And for the PAT, this is Barrett. Right through the middle. Tigers back in front by 17, which matches their halftime lead. 3:30 to go here at Inlow.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rocca Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rocca Bar Pizza.
Porter Road leaping into the end zone. Puts this game pretty much on ice. Tigers lead by 3 possessions with 3.5 to go. Kickoff head of steam from the 15-yard line, 20, 25-yard line, 30. He was sprinting up the field. Good speed on that return for the Wildcats, Ross Dawkins. And we recap the Tigers scoring drive, which is brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. 10 plays, 33 yards in about 3 minutes, and then Porter Road, the 4-yard rushing touchdown.
Good special teams play by Brian Morphew, the senior, on the tackle.
Butel looking to throw in the pocket. He slings it middle of the field, and it is incomplete. No flag. Jasper pleading for it. That's a pretty good throw, though, by Butel. Got him just an inch or two far. 2nd and 10.
Big receiver, but stride for stride by the defender. Here we go. And J.J. Lowry, and the sophomore being tested, and he's in there for Desmond Johnson tonight, and looking good out there. They rush 4 and drop 7. Inside reverse.
Nowhere to go, and brought down is Caden Ernie at the 32-yard line, loss of 7.
And tackle for loss. I'll give you one guess who it was.
I'm going to say Alex Brochures.
You got him.
That is his 351st tackle tonight. That's what it feels like.
I think it calls into the bunch category.
3rd and very long for Jasper. Butel rolling to his right. And the pass is knocked down, getting his right paw out there with Sam Nichols. 4th down.
Well, Nichols did a good job last year. He had 3 interceptions, and he showed why there.
The Tigers in that category a season ago. Well, Tigers defense had several question marks, and they've at least passed the first test here in week 1. Fourth and 15. Jasper needs to get to the 49-yard line for a first down. Butel has time in the pocket. Across the middle, and it is incomplete. Would have been short of the first down marker anyways. It is a turnover on downs, and it'll be time for the Tigers to run out the clock, and hopefully the Jasper intended target on that last pass is okay. And that is Caden Ernie as he's helped up by one of the Tigers. So Memorial will get it back with 2:30 left, and they will be able to run out this clock. Hey, we thank People's Furniture Mattress Outlet for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. 50 years of operation for a business that is family and 3rd generation owned. How easy can it get for quality furniture and a quality mattress? Stop by and see the friendly folks at People's Furniture Mattress Outlet in Evansville. So from the 34, looks like Fisher is out of the game. Backup quarterback Will Petke is in there. And a loss of a yard or 2 on the handoff, so some reinforcements in for the Tigers, and Jasper calls a timeout. So we'll step aside with this Jasper timeout. They have 1 left. They're down 17.
Support the local economy and save more when you shop at the Pet Food Center. We have over 6,000 pet-related items for dogs, cats, birds, fish, reptiles, turtles, rabbits, hamsters, gerbils, and more. Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. Includes full lines of the best pet food, bird seeds, a full line of heated pet products, pet clothing, toys, and more. Walk in, curbside pickup, shop online, and free local delivery.
Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. The Pet Food Center.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life. I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
2nd and 11 for the Tigers after Jasper has burned a timeout. Petke, the backup quarterback, he takes off running, looking for a block. Turns the corner, 30-yard line. Good run for Will Petke as he scrambles down to the 24-yard line. That's right around the first down marker.
Before the game ends, last month Jerry Brewer, who is the third winningest coach in Indiana High School Athletic Association football history with 368 wins, was inducted to the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame in Lincoln, Nebraska last month. 1959 to 2002, Coach Brewer fashioned, again, that third winningest record, 368 wins, 105 losses, and 2 ties. And kudos to him. And again, you stop and look at the last 3 head coaches. Jerry Brewer, 368 wins. Tony Aarons after him for 15 years, 144. And now Tony Lewis. Some good coaching there. And of course, we talked about John Hurley, 128 wins. He's only 10 wins, and he'll have one here tonight. He'll only be 9 wins away for coming up with the most victories, as Gene Logel has the most with 138. Ralph Weinzappel and Don Ping also over 1,000. So both these programs, a great history, great programs, good coaches, great players, and we've had a great football game here tonight. Memorial is going to come away with a win here tonight, as Memorial looking to come away with 2 straight wins against Jasper after losing 4 straight, as their last regular season win against Jasper was in 2018 when they won 30-7. It's now 30-13.
Be a couple of kneel downs here for the Tigers. Be sure to stick with us. We're going to take one break, and then we'll have the post-game show where we will name our Rock-A-Bar player of the game. The Rock-A-Bar pizza was good pregame tonight.
Big thank you to the Hermans, owners of the Rock-A-Bars, to be so gracious to feed us. I know I didn't eat it, but it was great. I'm glad I ate it.
So there's one kneel down. Tigers will do it one more time.
Victory formation, as they call it.
You have a few scores in. Follow the end of that Castle North game on our way home. There's 9 minutes left. Castle leads North 14-13. Again, that is the next Tigers opponent. North here at Enloe Field next Friday night. We'll have the broadcast on IndianaSRN and on the air at 6:15 for the 6:30 kickoff. Wrights beat Harrison tonight 45-0. Mater Dei took care of Central, or at least they are up 28-6 in the fourth quarter. And Vincennes beat Boise at home 49-30.
Reminder, you in about an hour after our game's over, you can go and archive this ball game on IndianaSRN.org and rewatch the game if you so. And of course, all the people over at the Rock-A-Bar and all over at Kipley's, they've got capability to do that.
So one more kneel down, as there's about 8 seconds between the play clock and the game clock. So the Tigers will start the season with the win. And for Jasper, they will be at Harrison next week and then home against Wrights week 3. As Mike mentioned, the Tigers won the meeting in the sectionals last year in the semifinals here, 21-18. And more of a convincing win tonight by the Tigers. A 17-point victory, 30-13 is the final score. And we'll come back with our post-game show next here on IndianaSRN.
That is the end of tonight's game and the final from tonight's Enloe Field. Memorial Tigers 30, the Jasper Wildcats 13.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
Plenty of happy Tigers there. Some dance moves to the end zone to our right as they win by 17 points tonight, 30-13. Time for a post-game show here on IndianaSRN with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond. We'll recap the second half scoring as the Tigers led 23-6 at halftime. The first scoring came from Jasper, a 9-play, 50-yard drive with just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. It was Caden Ernie with an 8-yard touchdown run. That made it a 10-point game and stayed that way until late in the fourth quarter as the Tigers put the game on ice with a 10-play, 33-yard drive. Porter wrote a 4-yard rushing score, leaping over a Jasper tackler. 30-13 is the final score. Tigers 1-0. Jasper is 0-1. Jasper still leads the all-time series 27-22, but it is back-to-back wins for the Tigers. All right, Mike Scavara, we have several players that are worthy of our Rockabar Player of the Game, but who did you handpick tonight for that award?
Well, I'll tell you, you got to go the junior class. They did a good job. You had coming up with Porter Road, Simon Schultz had a touchdown on a catch from Fisher, a junior, and out of the Wildcat, a run. You had Alex Brochures, a junior, coming up with some good tackles, double digits in tackles. Luke Elsperman had a good job. And also Porter Road had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing and 1 receiving. But Simon Schultz set the tone in that first half. He comes up in the second quarter, come with 30 seconds gone, a 14-yard reception from Matthew Fisher, making it 9-0. And then with 2:29 to go in the first half, out of the Wildcat, a 1-yard run, that gives the lead 23-6. So Simon Schultz, our Rockabar Player of the Game here tonight at Enlow.
It is brought to you by Rockabar. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at our new location, 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Alrighty, next week it'll be at North and Memorial right back here at Enlow Field. We hope you join us on IndianaSRN. Airtime is at 6:15 with the kickoff at 6:30. Final thoughts, Mike, before we say goodbye?
Well, I'll tell you, time of possession. If I said 27-11 for one team and 20-49 for the other, you probably thought it would have been Jasper, but it was Memorial who had the time of possession. They had 6 drives in that ball game that started in Jasper territory, and a good overall team effort. They answered some questions, at least for the first 48 minutes defensively, and put up 30 points on the board. Jasper, the SIAC will hear from them later on, and Jevin, a great way for the Tigers and John Hurley to start the 2023 season, and always glad to talk football with you.
All right, for our broadcast crew tonight with IndianaSRN, a great cameraman, Kyle Roan. Our producer was Chuck Levine, alongside Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond. Also, huge thanks to Tucker Smith for providing scores throughout the night and being our halftime host. One last time, final score from Enlow Field. The Tigers victorious in Week 1 over Jasper, 30-13. Talk to you next Friday night here at Enlow Field. Good night.